to literally
There we
any other mob in the game.
And it was at the tower. Like you go down the stairs in like one of the big towers, and you don't have a lot of room to like kite them around. No, yeah.
Right after the dragon on the bridge encounter.
Yep. Right after that one.
I wonder if I can fix that.
What?
On the YouTube stream, there's an overlay on Shawn's face.
Oh, I'm seeing
YouTube
it.
doesn't need to
Well,
see
I'm
me.
seeing
It's
an
fine.
overlay right now, even when he talks.
What?
When he talks, there's a green thing that pops up.
Oh, I see it.
Oh, I'll go fix that too real quick. That's fine. You guys can chat for a moment. No biggie.
Well, Brad and I have been watching Jacksepticeye play Shadow of Erdtree.
That's why I was going to ask Ian how far he got, because there's a specific boss that I think is the best boss fight in the game, and I don't know if he's gotten there yet.
Boss?
Which one?
The Twin Moon Knight boss.
Have you fought any cool dragons yet? Okay. Let me know when you fight a really cool dragon. Because I want to talk about it.
There is a very excited character who's like, I can't wait. I'm gonna destroy this fucker, and you're like, okay, bro. And then he's so fucking useless during the battle.
Yeah.
He's sitting there yelling and screaming about it, and you're just like, you're not doing anything. I'm doing all the work.
Is it a fire dragon or like a lightning dragon?
Both.
Oh God.
Ew.
Nice.
Ew.
Ian's like,
It's
no.
one of the coolest scenes in the fight. And at some point, one of the dragons jumps up. And as he's flying, fireball, like literally fireball D&D style, one after another, just keep going as he's flying at you. And it's so fun. I was like, wow.
That sounds terrible.
Oh, it's a terrible
Yeah.
fight.
The Twin Moon Knight, she can stun lock you to death.
The Twin Moon, is that? Oh, I think that might have been. Is that the one with the blue and red blade?
I don't know if it's pronounced
Rylal?
like how Spanish was, but it would be Rylal.
Rylal?
If it is, it's a double L.
So,
That fight's fucking tight. Yeah, she drops I almost said Rhaenyra, but that's House of the Dragon. Rhaenyra? No. Yeah. No. The Moon Lady. She drops the moon like Rhaenyra does.
yeah.
But if it hits you, it knocks you up into the air, and it hits 3 consecutive moons hit the ground, and you get stun locked into the knock-up animation. And I'm sure there's some person who has max health that can live it and has resistances, but it combos me to death every time that I got hit with it. But you just jump it.
So she's doing a fighting move on you and just keeping you in the air.
Literally, you just bounce.
Oh look, this is a fun game. I'm being stun locked. Thanks.
It was
Well-
Rhaenyra. It was Rhaenyra. Yeah.
On that fight, because we've been just watching a playthrough, the player Jack, I mean, he just kind of destroyed her. I mean, it's pretty over and done with, so we didn't really get to see all her cool moves, but the blade was fucking sick. I mean, to get all the flames around, and then the long slash, it's really cool blade.
I feel like all the Dark Souls like enemies, like the big bosses, were all well animated and so detailed. Even the freaking moth thing you have to fight, I hated that thing, but like the thing looked really cool.
Mothman.
Oh yeah, like this is the cool way to die.
No, because I had to walk a long way to get back there. Not so fun to die.
She was an optional boss? That's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know that. And after I killed her, I was like, "Oh, cool. What do I do now?" I didn't know
The main game.
Nothing.
Back to the main.
Oh, there we go. I am maniacal. There we go. All right. What build did you go with, Ian?
I'm using my faith build.
Nice.
There's a lot
So
of arcane and faith in Erdtree.
Is it?
A lot of cool weapons.
I picked up Milady, and
Yep, the lady's sick.
it looks sick. It feels like it would be good, but I don't. The startup is, I feel like, maybe a touch too slow, but I also have not tried to use it at all either.
Okay.
So it's hard for me to tell.
Very cool.
All right, Ian, got a question for you.
Yo.
Metcalf or Ayuk?
Ooh. Is this fantasy or just overall?
This is who do you think if we grab somebody? Who do you think we go after first, or who do you think is a better option?
Ayuk's better option. Metcalf is great, but he's a one-trick pony, and you already have that in Pickens. He was like a beater on the sideline down the field.
I wouldn't quite call Metcalf a one-trick pony.
The
okay,
nice thing
yeah.
about Metcalf is he has some rapport with Wilson. So
True, but half the Seahawks locker room didn't like Russell Wilson. Just saying.
Metcalf and Wilson were working out together, so I have to assume that they like each other
Fair.
in some shape or form because that wasn't a mandatory thing.
I do think that Ayuk's big body ability is complementary of Pickens, so that you could have Pickens play more over the top, and you can have Ayuk really run in the middle and under 25 yards, and he could be dominant. I think if he's highlighted, I think in that offense he's not going to get the highlight that he needs to be like a top 10 guy. I think he could be like a fringe top 10 guy. He's got the talent, in my opinion, to be a top 10 guy, but as far as production wise in that offense, it's just not going to be like that because CMC is going to have to get so many carries, and then between Kittle and Ayuk and Debo and they just drafted Ricky
Pearsall.
Yeah.
Those are just not going to be there for everyone.
Which I think is going to hurt him because if he doesn't get that production come next season, when they look to deal him, he's not going to get the contract he's looking for.
Do you want to hear my theory about what's going to happen there?
He's going to get double. He's going to get double franchise tagged and they're going to run the tires off him.
No, I think they're going to sign Ayuk, trade Debo because people want Debo more. Because the whole he could run the ball too out of the backfield, and then Shanahan will go back to a more traditional offense with just CMC running the show, running the running game basically.
His not traditional offense though puts enough wrinkles for defenses. I don't know if that's worth losing or not. Anyway, I just want to ask.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers. We get back to
Cheers.
Okay. I was just looking for a key moment to initiate shot. Oh, yeah. Welcome to Whiskey Dice. My name is Brad, and I'll be your dungeon master for the evening. As always, I'm joined by the stars of the show. Say hi, everyone.
Hi everyone.
Just wanted to get that in there. that like initiates Zen zone for me.
Yeah.
So, anything else fun you guys want to talk about before I start asking a few questions? Anything else fun going on this week? This week sucked.
yeah.
Summer blues,
Yeah.
summertime
Summertime sadness.
Yeah.
I say just today sucked.
Yeah.
My
It was
week
off and
sucks,
on.
but mine was all health stuff, so.
Yeah, mine wasn't bad. It was just hot as fuck.
Yeah, dude. Well, you're outside.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
always gonna
that's
be
a
hot,
tough job
so.
to
Yeah.
be in the summer.
But like, I actually enjoyed it. Like, it wasn't a
that's
bad
good.
week. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's some
Even though we were doing like the shittiest stuff, I should have
Right.
hated it, but it was fun.
I had some extensive work drama, but I kind of can't talk about it.
Oh.
Well, let's just say that
Yeah.
it's really grinded my gears.
Yeah.
It has ground my gears. But
You have no.
I think eventually I'll talk about it. I'll
have
just give it a
freckles.
few weeks. It's ground my freckles.
No,
With
the
ground
gears
the freckles.
have been ground so far they're just spinning circles.
Yeah.
There's no gears.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
No
No,
gears.
I am a spinning circle of death.
Done stripped his transmission.
Yeah. But yeah, tonight, what we do on the show is we all get together on Friday nights, drink a little bit, play some D&D. I was kind of like going to like a go-to bourbon every week and then like getting a new one. And we've just kind of been rotating because we have so many different bottles. And everyone kind of drinks different stuff anyway. The girls are drinking wine. They're
Yes.
drinking wine
So-
from Huber's. That's kind of been the thing.
Sweet Marcella.
Yeah, I kind of get a different Huber's wine. Chris, you drinking a really nice, is that Gatorade Zero?
Yeah.
It was Gatorade Zero, and it is the berry flavor.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with
Berry.
that.
Nice.
I think Ian, you doing the DC?
Always.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Shawn?
Licky D, not sponsored yet.
Licky D.
What
Licky
the
D. What
fuck
is
is
what is a
that?
Licky D?
Liquid Death.
Oh, Liquid Death.
Oh yeah,
stuff.
I thought it was a beer
I don't think
called.
you-
I didn't know that
you
was the.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
saw
you
it
should
pop
call
up
it
on the
that.
screen real quick. He said that, and I was like, "That's not what that says."
You're drinking
That's
some
not what that
Licky D.
I think you could get a lot of confusing stuff out of that if you kept calling
Yeah.
it that.
Yep.
Excuse me. And then Alex and I, what I pulled for us
Yeah, what are we
tonight is we're drinking Maker's Mark cask strength. Yeah, that one's good.
Yeah, it is
That one's
really
good. Alex and I really like the higher proof stuff though.
I don't usually, I don't usually enjoy regular makers. My
Their
dad,
their
huge
original's
fan.
fine. Man,
is better.
I think sometimes it's just the bottle. I think Makers does make
Maybe.
good stuff.
Yeah. It's
I
just
don't
good.
know. It's kind of the same thing with Woodford. Sometimes I really like Woodford, but I like their double oaked and their other
Yeah.
stuff more than just their regular.
They do have nice bottles though.
Yeah, sometimes
The
I
bottles
really
are
think
nice.
it's like the that Willet, that pot still Willet with the really interesting bottle,
Yeah.
and no
Yeah.
one really likes the bourbon. Like
But-
there's a lot they shit on the bourbon,
But
everyone
appeal of
buys
the
it
bottle.
for the bottle, and it doesn't even fit on your shelf very good,
Yeah.
which is great.
I want the skull. I don't
Vodka.
know what
The
yeah,
Skull vodka.
skull vodka
Yeah.
or
It's
just
tequila.
so spent.
Is it tequila?
I think it's tequila.
It might be.
It's
no,
clear.
it's
It's clear.
vodka.
It's
It's
clear.
vodka.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's from the guy that made it or collab made it through whoever is the dude from Ghostbusters.
Oh.
It's one. I forget which one it is, but yeah, he's super into like aliens and stuff. So he
Hell
made
yeah.
he made that or he collabed it. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I could be wrong because I'm an idiot, but I'm pretty sure I saw an interview where he I think he was on some podcast and he brought it with him, and he just the
Crystal
things this
Head
dude.
Vodka.
Yeah, Crystal Head Vodka. Does it say who any of the co-founders are or anything?
I can look. One
Yes,
second.
I could too.
Are you legal? Yes.
Yes, I am legal. 30 years old.
Just a small
See.
mention.
Yeah,
My-
Dan Aykroyd.
Dan.
Oh,
Aykroyd.
okay.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's super into aliens and stuff.
They have different versions of it too.
I've
Yeah.
seen the clear
Like
one.
they've got like a crystal-y one that's like
God.
prismatic. They've got a
Music's getting
clear. They've got a
hard.
black, and then they've got like paint splattered like rainbow.
That's good.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Like everyone, every popular celebrity now has a tequila
Or
or a
something.
vodka, and then the ones that want to get in on the bourbon thing do bourbon, but then they source and blend it, or they rapid age it, and then they put those the things in it that they give it the color. I forget what they're called, and they release it too early, and it's kind of like blah. I mean, any good distillery has to kind of source their stuff. We have a bunch of bottles from MGP over there, which is what a lot of people source their things from. But the easy thing to do is just make a tequila, apparently, because everyone has a tequila.
Well, it should be the point of bourbon is it's a patience thing. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
you gotta wait.
Yeah, and it's all different where you are depending on where you are in the world too.
Yeah, yeah.
I
no.
love tequila
Bourbon, whiskey, scotch are usually aged. We have vodka and tequilas. You don't have to age that stuff. You just
Yeah, I mean it's
Basically
vodka in
distill it, yeah.
its form is what bourbon is
Which-
before it becomes bourbon.
Have you seen
essentially.
there's a brand that is distilling or that's barreling theirs and then putting it on a ship.
Yep, Jefferson.
Yeah, that's the Jefferson.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
Yeah.
mhm. So they every release
Kinda
I guess
fucking
is
cool.
different. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. And they're rebranding their bottles right now, but it's very much the gimmick for the Jefferson's Ocean is what you're thinking
Yes.
of.
Yeah.
But some of their other stuff is super solid. I've never bought a bottle because
Yeah,
I've always
we've-
been told like, "Hey, this one's not good
you
this
don't
time
really
around."
know. Yeah.
But it's one of those things. I think it's to each their own. Alex and I are very much. There's not a lot that we don't like. I think we're
Yeah.
not whiskey snobs. What I will say is that Alex does not like port wine finished whiskey. He hates Angel's Envy with a
Yeah.
vehement passion.
Yeah, Angels in me
Oh.
sucks. You keep all that spice and shit up out of my bourbon. it's
I
not
actually
good.
don't mind it, but yeah, to each
It's
their own.
fine. It's fine.
I probably actually like it because I like spiced wine or
Yeah.
spiced.
Hey, it's over there. If
rum
you want
stuff.
to, if you want some,
Yeah.
it is definitely over
Yeah,
there. If you want
it's
any?
very much
We're
like
gonna
that.
we're gonna hold off for now. See if the stomach does.
Yeah. Oh, you took the shot. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So before we jump into tonight's session, I guess last session was very much kind of a slow burn. We all had. This week wasn't as bad. I would say last week a lot of us had an interesting week, and it led into a very relaxed session. We had some good RP with Ian and then Chris with their characters. But it was essentially in Dusk and Dale, these Zealous Order showed up, dropped bombshells of information, of truth, of family lineages and things, and to Cedric specifically taking it in a very hard way. the rest of you learning kind of where all your family lines come back to. And Shawn, you weren't here, so you're gonna have to get rapidly caught up on this, I reckon. Even though we've kind of talked about it a little bit, and those handouts are in Discord. Your line does kind of coalesce with the that of which has cursed your family for whatever reason. That's fun plot stuff. Chris's character found out who his father is, which is pretty fun. You found out that your family line ties back to the god of warriors, Alex. So that's cool. Right. Tatiana's is pretty fun too. Everyone's is pretty fun. And then we talked about what we were gonna do, and we decided to go around the old. Oh God, let me pull up my map. That is the Fortin Hills, I believe.
Yeah,
we're heading around the Fortin Hills to the Twilight Citadel so that Jophiel can meet up with her brother, essentially. And yeah. What would happen? I can't see your face, Shawn.
Oh, I just didn't know that that's what we were doing.
Oh, gotcha.
I wasn't here last week.
Yeah, you weren't here last. So
Fun, exciting.
So yeah, in Dusk, we skipped over a lot of stuff because we took a month downtime in game. That's when you and Toby made the wagons, and I'll let you describe kind of how you want them to look and what you're packing in a moment when we start. But yeah, we decided to go through the Fortin Hills. It was all pretty cozy and fine. It was very much kind of a walk in the park until the final moments of the session. I think I did push forward last session unto morning. I'm going to redact that. We are going to slide back to the moment where essentially everyone went to sleep or to meditate, and Rylal was kind of walking the perimeter, and he was overlooking a pool of water where everyone kind of set up camp. The path through the Fortin Hills, the one you're going on, is called Hilander's Way, and it's very much rocky outcroppings with kind of moss and grass and trees that are kind of growing up around it, and it's kind of treacherous, and the sea is kind of carved out, into the land and underneath, and it's made these really beautiful pools of water. You guys had camp, and down in the pool of water, there was a little baby merfolk that was having a good old time and singing, and these frog-like humanoids with axe and spear came into the water and began sneaking up on it, and Rylal watched as the baby merfolk was killed. And that's where the session kind of ended. That's where it's going to, as I redacted, that's where it ended, was Rylal witnessing this. But before we jump into that, first question, I talked to everyone that showed up first, so Alex, Ian, and Shawn, you guys can have a say in this. Do we want all NPC followers to be with us on this journey? So that includes Toby, Jeremy, Elkarth, right? Are we good with all them? And I'm only asking as a DM because they do now become in the line of fire with you. There's no plot protection for NPCs. If they go down in a battle, they go down. Yeah. So you're gonna kill them. No, I'm just saying it could happen. It could happen. They can
plan to kill.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a devil,
Listen,
Ian.
If he planned to
Not a
kill Toby,
monster.
that would be just cruel because we all love Toby.
Toby's
No,
pretty
it'll be
good boy.
Jeremy. Jeremy's the worst. If Jeremy dies, we might go down our villain
Might
arc.
revolt.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, plot-wise though, like we are traveling to a new city.
You're going to a new land.
Yeah.
Toby may give you some insights later on in the
Homestead.
session about
Yeah.
like lore of the area. I would say that Jophiel wouldn't remember it in its state now. Maybe she would then when it was being built. But
Don't-
not a lot of people really know what's over there.
Right.
Elkarth does, though.
Yeah.
When I first went down back by the Banshee, did I not get a flashback of that location?
Yeah.
Of some spot of that location?
It wasn't even a flashback. You had a direct connection to Eli in that moment.
Okay.
You had a live video call via project image with Eli.
FaceTime with your brother.
You were
FaceTime with my
FaceTiming.
brother.
And he was inside the Twilight Citadel. What I hinted at last session, I think Elkarth said, or Castiel brought this up, was that the Zealous Order has been hiding out there for years. That's where the base of operations is. The reason being is because it's a very secluded part of the world. No one really traverses there. It's too close to Cedric Gore. It's on the backside of, the kind of the touristy area that is onto the Islet Wharf and the Lindall Trail, where people go to the forest or Sentinel Hill, stuff like that, and to Duskendale. It's a very touristy. Maybe isn't the right thing, but it's a very casual, calm area until the Pirates game. Of course, that was a problem. But no one really goes around the mountain this way. It's predominantly like merfolk and creatures of the sea that also walk on land. It's kind of populated by a lot of that. But yeah, so we'll have all NPCs. Yeah, we're good with that?
Yep.
Cool. And Ian and or Shawn, we sound okay?
Yeah, sound good.
More
Awesome,
living
awesome.
shields.
Okay. So before we start, there's one more question. Alex Dawnkeeper, did you want your lady friend to come with you?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well,
Let's make things interesting.
Oh boy, we're gonna have to. We'll use Jophiel's old mini that's over there for her. Okay. So, Mr. Dawnkeeper, I want you to go ahead and tell everyone kind of the wagon situation. You can even speak for Toby on this because you guys collab.
Yeah.
I don't see him. Is he?
Who?
Gaius?
That's Elkarth.
That's Elkarth.
Who are you looking for?
Me.
He's the caped guy with the gun.
Cape guy with the gun.
No, he's not out here.
Toby's the only Cape guy.
Toby's the only Cape guy. I know that's not him.
Toby and Cedric. Cedric get that.
Are we sure he may have fell?
Did the cat take me?
Oh, he is. He's underneath.
There you go.
Oh,
Ha!
God.
Hey,
You're hiding.
Sorry, Alex Dawnkeeper.
He fell down the ravine.
There's a couple.
You take.
You tripped.
Oh, no.
Did he break?
So my
yeah.
new character.
And you broke off your base.
I did. Did I break off the base?
It fell and broke the base.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I dropped the light on the
happens.
table earlier,
Oh, shit.
and I didn't think. Oh God, he's dead. Honey,
He's dead.
will you just
Super
grab?
glue, fix him up.
Yeah, I'll fix him. Will you grab another mini for him tonight, though?
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. I've never looked at it up close. That is pretty sick.
It's a pretty cool mini.
Yep.
Okay, so we want Rebecca
Rather sick.
Pulling out Jeremy's stat sheet.
for a. Let's see. She would be the equivalent of level.
Man, it's got
4.
a legit revolver. And you got a cowboy hat, son. That's a cool deal.
So, Mr. Dawnkeeper, you can go ahead and just kind of give us the overview of the wagons,
Yeah.
if you would like, and then we'll
So-
jump into the session.
Yeah, the exteriors are a sort of a darker stain on the wood, and then with a black cloth on top. On each of the wagons, there's like a little spigot on the side for like baths or showers to happen with a black privacy curtain you can spin around. And on each, like as you walk to the end of the wagon, there's a engraving on top in Elvish of each party member's name, so you know which one it is. Hopefully you read Elvish. And then going inside, it's a small bed on one side, and then a small like workbench like thing with shelves to put stuff in, and flip out windows so you can like have a view outside.
Okay.
Very cool. Did you want to spruce up Toby's at all? Was there anything that you wanted for that?
Yes,
It is two. It is technically 2 wagons tied together.
Yeah. Toby's on the end would have. Y'all ever seen like a golf course like drink cart that'll go around? Think that, but ye olde in a wagon.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
All right, copy. Very cool.
And then on the back of mine, there would be a smaller wagon, like hooked up, sort of like how Toby's is, with a small forge, small workbench, and all the like forge tools I would have.
Very cool. It's actually not uncommon to have mobile forges. Shawn actually sent me a historical photo of one today. So
From the Civil War, they had
This
them.
really isn't beyond like
pretty cool.
belief or anything.
It makes sense because if the soldiers' weapons got damaged to disrepair,
Yeah.
then you'd have to
That was-
make it or something.
That was my.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, "Oh, that makes perfect sense."
Well, yeah, I mean, it does make sense. My cousin's a farrier, and like
Oh, nice.
in the back of his pickup,
Yeah.
he has essentially everything he needs. So it's kind of cool.
It's awesome.
I gotta grab one more thing and then we'll jump into it here.
The coolest part is like he's got this little swing arm that has an anvil on it. So like you open the doors to the bed and it fucking pops out. I don't know, it's cool as shit. Like it's automatic. He put a lot of work in it though.
I'm not gonna put this on you, Alex. I will go tell them to calm down in a moment. I think what I'm gonna do here, for fun, is because I need to go. We have children upstairs.
Yes.
They're being very loud, so I'm gonna go tell them to not be as loud.
Tell them to save it for tomorrow.
Many pitter patters.
If there's any, like before that moment, that now that Shawn's here, Alex Dawnkeeper's here, if there's anything that anyone would have liked to have talked to each other, if you guys want to like lube up your RP, you can. You can do a little like lube, grease up your RP, not lube it up to shove it somewhere.
There we go.
Jesus Christ, you pervs! You fucks.
Hey, I mean, you said it.
You right?
You said it on us.
Hey, it's all about interpretation.
Yeah, fair.
And I'm gonna keep using it. If you guys would like to lube up your motherfucking RP,
I'll
while
have
I
to
do
wait for you to
that,
return. Because I'm pretty sure that Alex Dawnkeeper is also not going to play Rebecca.
oh, fun.
Grab something while you're doing that.
Oh, see, no problem. Oh, it's too big, of course. Of course it is. I'm just being shellacker. I'm just gonna handle it myself. I was gonna send you Elkarth's stab block to help me out with it later.
It's a cleric. What level?
He's not a cleric. He's an exorcist with some cleric stuff and some exorcist stuff.
Well,
It's different.
If you just give me a cleric with a level, I got it.
Well, it's not a cleric.
Well,
I will handle it because Elkarth he's also a 9th level spellcaster.
Oh,
He's
boy.
very strong.
Oh, boy.
okay, level what? 18 at least.
He's
25
he's
actually.
multi-classed.
No,
so.
level 9 would be yeah.
I'm gonna holler at them real quick. Ian ran away real
Yep.
quick, but if you guys want to
Yep.
lube up your RP, do it for a second. I'll be right back.
To be fair, he's mentioned what Elkarth
To be
is.
fair.
It's
Yeah.
10 cleric, 10 exorcist.
No, it's 8.
8.
Yeah,
It's 8.
10 and 8. So,
yeah.
he's
Yeah, 18 is appropriate then.
Yeah.
He's drunk.
See, level 10 cleric. That's all I need. I got it.
You don't have the exorcist part, which seems important.
yeah.
It's an important thing.
Power of Christ compels you. Power of Christ
She
compels
has it.
you.
There you go.
Yeah, she can read a
You do.
book.
Power of
Come on
Christ
now.
compels you. The demon goes poof out, and then you're done.
I will tell you, God is with me. I will cast you out.
All right.
I will cast Velark out.
Was there any other craziness?
Throw up on the other cleric. Wah!
Throw up on the other cleric.
Oh.
You shall absorb your sins.
So one of the god beasts has been turned.
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, not. It's a veil-touched gale wing.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's gonna be fun to
Did
deal
you share
with.
that with us?
Yeah.
Yes, she did. That was shared by
Oh,
Jophiel.
that was the first thing I brought up during the month downtime.
Yeah.
was
that
that-
was what was in the Crimson Hold.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
was
brought that
cool.
up
Yeah.
and that we needed to also prioritize that. But the reason why we're going to see my brother first is because I felt like prioritizing only saving 1 or 2 versus potentially saving what's left of the 13 may be more beneficial in the short term.
Not to mention, he is her only sibling that is left alive because Ithrin has killed the rest of her siblings.
like
Yes,
actual
he's been-
sibling, too.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's been attacking every sibling of mine. Those are all the ones that are actually dead, like the direct siblings of mine.
Yeah.
So
This feels like we're hopping on the mainline plot express and going down.
What?
Like we're snipping our tickets and
well,
everything.
You know.
We
But
did,
we'll see.
No, we did something to assure we didn't do that, and I
Oh,
don't remember what it was, because we did talk about
We
that
did
last
something. Didn't remember what it was. Cool.
time. Yeah.
You did
Give me-
something
just
to
give me
stop,
a minute.
stop you
It's been
going
a
on,
week.
on a main plot
Yeah,
line?
yeah.
The main plot express. You know.
We drank a lot last week.
Yeah,
We did drink a lot last week. 2 of us were definitely drunk.
Well, the idea was
Yeah, it was.
We talked about it was go to the Twilight Citadel and then swing back around.
Right.
Check on the Crimson Hole, Gale Wing, and then kind of go from there.
Yeah.
Oh, so we want to go after the corrupted god beast. Awesome. Okay.
Well, no,
Well.
the God Beast isn't there.
Yeah.
It's gone.
That information did
okay.
come out. Galewing's not there. Galewing was taken
Okay.
by Sereth the Pale, Ithrin's daughter.
Yeah. So we're going to check the hole in his Gad Spark to see if we can figure out what's going on.
That's what it was.
Okay.
They also Vrook wanted us to go to get out of the Hooklands and go over to the mainland.
He wanted you guys to meet
Check some
him
stuff.
eventually over at the Gate of Karas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To
Oh,
have
yeah,
some,
that's right.
to aid in some potential alliance talks with the Librakians.
Yeah.
Mr. Alex Dawnkeeper, you also have been tasked with going and fixing the Elate Seal.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Is that
Which
too?
okay.
is right near that.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, Miss Jophiel.
There was the other part of the Duskendale. We appointed leaders.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Duskendale
Yes.
as well.
Yep. Pretty
Council
good
of
stuff.
3.
Yep.
That was another thing. Ian, you're back. Mr. Cedric, because of circumstances outside of said game, I would say that Mr. Flame Ward didn't accompany you on this quest, but whenever you return from your walk, perhaps then you can take him on as your squire.
Yeah.
And I only say that because if you did take him, there is potential that he could not come back, and I didn't know if it would be more fun if you could actually interact with him a little bit before maybe you got him killed on a random walk across the Barren Lands.
Well, there's no owlbears. We should be all right.
We have owlbear bait.
Well, we
Man.
have owlbear bait right here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm over
No,
here. Thank you
no,
very
no,
much.
no. Everett is not owlbear bait. Not anymore.
You sure?
It happened. It happened
Yeah,
once.
that is a different character.
Yeah, different character.
I
Oh
don't
no,
remember
you
who that
kind of
was.
smell like owlbear bait.
To be fair, the owlbear baby did not come after us when we saw it.
That's right.
To be
We've
fair.
already met one.
And Mama didn't,
Wisdom.
Mama didn't show her
Baby.
face.
Wisdom tells us that's not a good idea to do,
Yeah.
doesn't it? From
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah, Everett had a deep down gut instinct to stay the fuck away from it.
Owlbear PTSD
Yeah.
is our second most viewed short on the
It
channel.
really
Then
Yes.
descended down from
Yeah.
your previous characters to this one.
Yeah, yeah, it's
walk
legit.
away.
There used to be
Really slowly.
It's generational trauma.
Yeah. Well, there's a theory that actually says that's where our phobias come from. Is shit that our
That has
ancestors were
happened.
so
Yeah.
scared of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very true. Very true. So tonight we will start our session in. How it's going to work is we're going to start it up in the campsite near that very beautiful pool of water, and then once you guys are done with any RP that you have, then we will go to what happened, and we will pick up in the aftermath of that. So we will say that everyone, twilight hour has come and gone. Darkness is here. You guys are all cozied up. The sound of the waves in the distance is very cool this evening. Mr. Dawnkeeper's probably playing with his new toys, so it's probably nice and warm over next to his wagon.
That is not what you call Rebecca.
That's immediately what I thought too.
Same thing. Oh my god.
I didn't go there on that one.
No comment.
No cop.
You ain't dragging me down there. I don't want to be down there.
I want to get out of this hole, please. I'm tired of digging these holes, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad.
Thank you.
Phrasing.
Tonight will be a mess, and I love it.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll start us off. Mr. Cedric. Cedric, what have you been doing along the travels, and what are you doing now in the evening hours before you slumber? Out of curiosity.
Pondering about the life full of lies that I've been living.
I figured as much. That's why I asked. I just wanted clarification was all.
Yeah.
I love that you knew not to take a drink of that.
Yeah. So Cedric, as you are pondering the life full of lies, you're kind of sitting on a rocky outcropping, a bit distant from everyone else. I would say that you do still feel more of a connection to Essos than you've had in the past. The idea within your mind that you could potentially be walking the path that he left in this world for whatever reason that you have now, considering all the information you've gotten, there is a bit of a fire, a divine fire underneath you. You're probably having a hard time, like, yes, well, that sound's going to come later during Rylal's encounter. But there was a baby crying. Haha. But yeah, but in this moment, it's been a while, a ethereal panther does kind of manifest next to you. It's on its haunches, so it's kind of shoulder to shoulder with you as you're overlooking the dark sea. And it doesn't kind of show you that companionship that it showed you last time, where it kind of nuzzled you a little bit. It seems more serious than before, and it does kind of... He doesn't look you like... She doesn't look you kind of... Tatmar does not look you directly in the eyes. She just kind of like sidelong stare, noticing that you're brooding, right? Master, I have word.
Is that right?
Only if you'd wish to hear it.
I do.
I have word from Peltclaw. She does wait, gauging your reaction. Peltclaw has sent word that you are welcome in the Barren Lands. He would like to escort you to the grounds of the first steps of the Walk of Essos whenever you're ready.
Very well.
Should I tell him that you accept?
Yes. I do accept.
Tatmar kind of coalesces away into smoke, and you can kind of feel her presence leave you for a time. So you kind of sit there, continuing to brood over all the lies. What about the rest of you?
So, would Dawnkeeper know of all the equipment Rebecca has?
You know when she doesn't have it on.
Good.
I'll give you an investigation check.
Okay, let's do that. That's a good investigation. Poor baby. 19.
The DM.
Well, let's see. I would say that, I mean, given your relationship, it's not out of the realm of understanding that you wouldn't. You would know, yeah. I'm trying to think of any of this stuff that maybe she would have kept from you, and I don't think she would. No, she wouldn't. No.
Yeah, I would just then be going over her equipment, make sure it's
Okay.
up to snuff.
Okay. I thought there was something nefarious coming. But
Oh, no,
okay, very cool.
If I didn't, we didn't talk about, probably hey, when's the last time you swung that sword or used any of this stuff?
I would say that the fact that you know that she uses this equipment, you didn't see her as the warrior that she is. She has calluses, Mr. Dawnkeeper.
Oh, shit.
More calluses than him.
Probably, yeah.
Yikes.
Probably.
We can roll for callus.
We knew where that was going.
Yeah.
I will say that at some point during the journey along the way, I would have approached Rebecca with respect and just said, kind of bowed and said, Lady Rebecca, it is lovely to see you outside of Valenthius. I hope that your travels have been safer than mine have.
So as you guys are kind of walking, also with these wagons, you guys are doing a lot of walking.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of riding on these wagons. You do have
You're
2
also
horses
loud.
now. You have Osidius, right?
Yep.
Osidius, and then you guys would have picked up another horse of which you guys can name. So she's just kind of really taking in the scenery, and you kind of walk up to her, and you would have said this, and without kind of breaking a smile, she kind of under her breath. I'd really like it if we didn't let everyone know where I be coming from.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's really fine.
I just wanted to pay my respects since I am from Valenthius myself.
And she's kind of like really looking around, kind of worried. This is really hype music.
No worries, my lady.
To be fair, there's no one really here that'll know too much about it, but just to be safe, it's probably best if I'm not referred to as lady here.
So, Rebecca, then.
Rebecca's good.
Okay.
Rebecca's good.
As you wish.
You say that you're from Valenthius too?
Yes.
Would you have shared your last name with her at this point?
I
I don't know if she would have went digging for it.
I introduced myself as
You
Xyrra
did, you did.
Moonveil
Yeah.
to everyone,
Okay.
so.
Let's see if she knows anything about you. How about that?
Okay.
She doesn't.
Okay.
I'm not trying to mean any disrespect or anything. I've honestly never seen you around. Though I've been gone for several years. Been living in Ophius.
I understand. It's no worries. My family is not one really of note. I just, obviously, I know you. Or know of you.
And she just kind of like swallows that. I would say at this point she's not really been approached by anybody else. And there's only really one other person that really knows who she is. Jophiel, you probably don't even know who she is. So she's still very weary, is kind of what you're getting. Of those around her. I would say that you, Mr. Dawnkeeper, have probably reassured her. But also things are kind of falling. You know what? Did she speak on who she was during
No.
that? She didn't, did
No.
she? Okay, just making sure I'm not like
And
screwing
I
myself
also
here.
would say it's your decision if and when you would like to reveal your identity. I will not do that for you. So no worries there.
There is a bit of a council meeting that is going to take place, and that was hinged upon the fact that I helped arrange it. So it's going to happen. Just hopefully my family will be a bit calmed down by then. We'll see.
My family was not so happy that I left Valenthius. So,
Really?
yes. They said that I was too young to wander the world, and
Too young.
Yes.
And she's kind of like, she's looking at you, and then she's kind of like almost looking at herself. How old are you?
29.
Oh. You are a bit young.
Well,
But I'm not much older. She kind of rolls her eyes there. You may have seen a little bit of deception.
I'll let her have that.
Oh man, that's funny. No, it's as I said, the lady stuff. We can move past that.
Of course.
And just be kindly adventuring friends.
It would be my honor.
Thank you, by the way, and to the rest of you of keeping Alex safe. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do.
Good.
Sorry, I offered him as replacement for the king of Sorborg.
Yeah, she kind of.
It would have been better if we talked about it first.
Would have been better if you weren't drunk.
Fair.
Still wouldn't make a good king.
Well, it was only a placeholder anyway.
You did good, boy,
More than a
Alex.
placeholder.
Have any of you ever actually traversed Hilander's way?
No.
And this is kind of
No.
like as you guys are traveling.
Just kind of look at Toby and kind of cock my head a little bit.
He's like really like as a little guy, like it's a treacherous path. It really it's beautiful, but it really is. It's hard going with a double wagon and 2 horses and all that.
Yeah,
and his little legs, like he's just at times like this sucks. So he's just that's why he asks.
Me and Alex did, didn't we? Didn't we come down this way?
No, it's the
This
other
is
way.
on
over top.
You went on Aliandel's
boat.
Crossing, which is to the
bottom.
west.
Which way are we going?
We're
So
going
you guys, if you're looking at the old mappy map, you guys are.
Oh, we're headed to Fort Hill. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
We're
You're
just
going. You
further
came over.
east. I see,
You
I
came.
see.
Yeah, you came from. Let's see. You came
Came
from
from the west
Ophius
side of it.
down. You guys didn't go to. You guys went down to Wraithul.
Yeah.
Went all the way to Wraithul. over the crossing
Yep.
to Duskendale. Well, no. You went the big way around. Because you, no, you did go through Alandel's Crossing, and then up the Lindall Trail,
and
then
up.
to Sentinel Hill,
Yep.
and then
we stopped by
to
the way.
Cedric Gore. Yeah.
Yeah, we stayed at the
It's a big
Wayfarer's
map.
Rest.
It's a big map. Yeah. Yeah, so you guys actually met Toby before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never been this way myself. I'm just curious why you people like to walk so much is all.
Walking is good for the soul.
Okay.
It is.
Is there a faster way, Toby?
No.
Do you have wings? No, you do
I have wings.
I can cast
I don't
fly.
have wings.
Toby, I'm sure that if you asked nicely, Rylal would carry you on his shoulder.
But what if... Hey, listen. I've thrown enough at his spikes to know that I really don't want one up me arse as we're walking through the hills.
Well, he doesn't have them out all the time.
But what happens if he gets excited?
Well, don't excite him.
I mean, you could just ride on a horse. It would barely notice your extra weight, as light as you are.
This is true, but I've been busy lightening the wagons to make it over these rocks. I really don't want the horses or the wagons to fall in.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
fair.
a little cranky. I'm sorry.
Did
You
you
need
have
a
coffee
hug,
this morning?
Toby.
I didn't have any coffee, and I haven't had bread in days. And then he does kind of look at the forge. Can I make bread in that?
Sure, go for it.
You don't have any wheat.
I'll find some.
Where?
He does pull out a very small pack and begins to like pull big things out of it, like searching for stuff. But he doesn't come across any flour or anything that he can.
Well,
yeah.
drats.
He's been out
Have
of.
any imitation cheese in there?
No, it's disgusting. She wasn't wrong. Imitation cheese is
Gross.
pretty bad.
What is it then, if it's not cheese? That's my question.
I don't know. I've never used it, even though I was using discounted goods to make bread. I don't know what it was either.
Where did you get your discounted goods from?
The pirates? We all were.
Was
Yeah.
it like a grocery store they ran, or is it just like bag part or whatever you got out of?
I'm sure that they brought their wares to him.
Did
to
they
see.
did they have a bay that they sold their stuff out of?
You're a smartass. You know that, Mr. Dawnkeeper?
Oh my god.
I think what we were getting was old stores of war supplies from who knows how long ago. They were taking all the good things that were coming into the bay, and we were getting scraps. Probably stuff that the pirates had been sitting on for years, if I had to guess. But anyway, this is all of our first time. Though Elkarth has been quite quiet when, like, Toby's like, have any of you been this way? Elkarth doesn't speak up. You guys would kind of notice that. Elkarth definitely is from, at least came this way at some point, but he's been very quiet. Who has Mr. Everett's heart? Jophiel, is it, where is it?
Where is it?
I don't have a special like backpack or anything, so
Yeah.
it's literally like
Is it like on the wagon?
literally
Or are you
hanging
like
it up.
carrying
Hanging
it?
from her belt. or
it's
something.
hanging
you're
from my
like,
belt.
You're like lantern style?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Really
Okay.
wish she'd put it up, but hey.
I mean, I have a giant cloak, so that would be over top of it. But as strong as I am, I don't think I feel burdened by it.
You want to roll a perception check?
Yeah. That's decent. 17.
The reason Elkarth has been so quiet is he's constantly monitoring the heart. He's kind of walked with you most of the time.
I think we're quiet together.
Yeah, he's monitoring it, and ever so often he does some sort of magic to it. He does seem to be trying to make sure that it doesn't,
Stop beating.
stop beating. It is a heart that was sealed in Rimmerhaw's juice.
I think
think
the
about
first time he goes to cast a spell, if I don't immediately recognize it, I may actually hold my hand before he does
Definitely
it.
healing magic. I mean,
okay.
like you being you guys sharing a class. There's no like malice or anything.
Okay.
It's very much, he's essentially lay on handsing, like ever so often.
Okay.
He just kind of like reaches over, and it's as if he's like checking for a fever.
Still, every time he goes to touch it, I get nervous
Really?
because
Yeah.
I
Okay.
am
He would
concerned.
notice. It's like every now and again he reaches, he like judges your reaction, and he's like, everything's fine, and then he'll touch it. But I mean,
And then, like,
you
almost
eventually.
instantaneous, I look at Everett to make sure
Yeah.
he's still okay.
So you would pick that up, Everett. But I mean, it is what it is at this point. You guys are carrying a heart. Everett had a heart transplant. Things are
Yeah.
interesting.
And nothing. I feel fine.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
still
fine.
standing.
What's the worst that could possibly happen?
I would say that at some point, and I'm kind of backtracking to a lot of RP that maybe should have happened last session. Elkarth at some point, because he would notice that Cedric is like very, very quiet and almost brooding. What is brooding the right term, Cedric? Mm-hmm. Like as you travel, is he here?
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah, he's up there. Okay. What would the best to kind of describe your demeanor as you travel with your allies?
More distant,
Okay.
I think.
If you're like Elkarth would pick up on this, I would say at some point he would have came over and just.
Sorry.
I heard that verb.
Sorry.
He would come over. So Cedric, how are things? No one said he was a poet.
Things are well, all things considered.
How is the burden of the knowledge that you've been given going?
My life is collapsing.
So you're doing good. Okay. We're fine.
He
We're
would
fine.
smile. He chuckles. Tell me, Sir Cedric, how old are you?
I'm 25.
Yeah. When I was 25, I think every time a lass left me, the world was ending. Every time that I didn't succeed in my training, the world was ending. I think every time that I learned a new truth as I joined the Zealous Order, I was kind of feeling the same way. Being a youth is troublesome. Things will get better. Or you'll just get older and look back on it and be like, oh well, it is what it was. I'm not a poet, Sir Cedric. I'm just trying to help.
That's kind of you, Elkarth.
Just want to make sure that you're in a good headspace. I have a sense of where you're headed, and I just want to see you return.
I think I'm motivated more than I ever have been.
When I was initiated into the Zealous Order, I actually started in the Triadic Conclave as a cleric of Rylal, who was hand-chosen by your father for my special talents as an exorcist. I wasn't very happy when I learned of the truths. I'm not a fan of the way that the church runs things. I don't think that your father and the pillars have handled the situation properly, but now I look at it in terms of how many people can we save. The innocents, I mean.
No, I understand. That's the positive that I'm taking away from it.
Good. That's good. I was just hoping there was some positive in there, and not just piss, hatred, and vinegar.
Yeah. There's a little bit of that too.
How was your connection with Essos?
Strong.
He was the fieriest of the triumvirate. Makes sense. He just kind of leaves it there.
Essos,
Yeah, go ahead.
Essos has never left me.
Good. Good talk. And he just kind of like stumbles away.
Good talk.
Like the whole time he was really just kind of like trying his best. And he just seemed like awkwardly he just couldn't take it anymore.
He's not a people person.
Good.
Any other combos between anyone before you rest for that fateful evening? You're attacked by panthers, apparently. Tatmar comes back and attacks Everett. Just kidding.
I grabbed a stray cat and been carrying it for a while.
Everett, where'd you get the cat?
gosh.
It started walking near us.
It doesn't talk.
Everett,
It
that's a
likes
wildcat. Put it down.
But it likes me. It's so
feral.
It was
Mom-
licking your chest.
It's fluffy and soft.
It was licking your chest. I think it's attracted to whatever, to the thing that's there
Sweat?
now.
It's hot. Wait, the heart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either that or Olin's pelt.
Oh.
That's probably what it is,
Yeah.
actually.
You do notice that at some point the cat does actually bow before the pelt.
Oh.
Oh, that's adorable.
Oh, yeah. See, you want me to just throw it onto the side of the road. It's just paying its respects. Okay, go on, little kitty.
I would say the most perceptive of the party does notice that as you traverse, that there is wildlife that will actually stop and look at the passing of Everett and literally like a humanoid bow or like drop their head. It's very common these days, and you're noticing it more and more as he keeps wearing it. Yeah.
That's funny.
It is pretty hilarious. It's like a Disney movie.
Yeah.
You're a Disney
Everett
princess
is a
again.
Disney princess.
Wow, he was queen once, and now he's a Disney princess.
Just
The
slowly-
tale of Queen
slowly
Morgan.
moving.
Good stuff. So did you guys anything else before you fell to slumber? Okay. So what happened whenever you guys went to nappy nap time? Was that Rylal, you took kind of first watch. It wasn't very long before you started hearing the snoring and seeing that everyone was very calm, that you kind of meandered over to that very beautiful pool of water, and you heard soft singing. And that's whenever you saw those two frog-like humanoids kind of come out of the darkness. This baby merfolk was in the middle of them playing with this blue pearl. Excuse me. Trying to burp, it's not happening. There it is. And there's another one. Jesus Christ. I can't RP for shit. All right. And you watched as the baby was taken by them. That's the polite way to say. And you kind of watch it all play out, right? For a good 45 seconds or so. You've seen a lot worse from where you come from, so it doesn't bother you. It's just, you watched. There's a stillness that kind of comes across the area. It's very cold, it's familiar, and you hear a voice. You know, if you're going to learn to walk with the surface dwellers, Rylal, you're going to have to learn two key things. One is compassion, and the second is kinship. And Sable walks up next to you, and he's watching, too, what's happened. I presume by now that you've had the privilege of seeing the Zealous Order's ledger. So you've been enlightened on a few things, eh?
I guess you heard me, didn't you?
Everyone in the endless staircase could have heard you, Rylal. And he does smile. He kind of goes down on his he kind of bends down on his knees and he's just watching what's playing out.
What kinship would I have with these people? Though I do walk with them, no one's ever shown me much kinship. You know what they did to me down there. You allowed it.
I did. It wasn't just my decision. It was a collective decision between me and your mother.
Speaking of my mother, Ledger was
missing that?
Yes. Care to share some light on that?
He grins a little. You know, there's a common misconception in the Endless Staircase. Even there and now, they refer to you as Dark Elves. It's a derogatory term. Whenever the Ark was sailing to this world, and it was full of all the individuals that weren't direct kin to the Sovereign Pillars, there were a race of elves upon it, one of which your mother hailed from. They were called Porcelain Elves. Though they did take the guise of drow when they came here, 'twas your mother eventually that I did fall in love with, and for a time they did serve us in the Endless Staircase. The dichotomy of it all has changed for reasons that I cannot explain to you here and now, for I not have the time. But there is a good reason to why we dropped you with the Elindrin. You may not think it was for your... You may not think it was best for you, but in time, perhaps you will see why. And he's showing emotions that you've never seen from him in any conversation you've had before. I know you must have many questions.
I have one burning question. You warned me that I shouldn't be walking up here. You've put something in my mind that I cannot let go. Though the spellcasters here cannot figure out what it is, I need to know.
What I will tell you, Rylal, is that I was warning you because it is true that it will be hard for you to walk on the surface for reasons that have beseeched me and those close to me. What I can say is that it's best for this world to think that I like to cause harm and to curse people because I want to. If they knew the truth, that it was because I had to, the perception would be quite different. You are not cursed because I did it to you. You are cursed because you are my son. Thus would be the answer to why we dropped you off at the house of Elindrin. We thought it would help. And he does sigh. And he kind of stands up at this point. If you seek more information, and he flicks a coin in your direction, you grab it. It's a parith, but so pariths are coated in gold, but they're silver underneath. It's been kind of grinded down to that silver. On both sides, there is a triangle that glows a blue and green hue. If the Sovereign Pillars did anything good, it's that Elmadan made quite the good courier service. Show one of them this, and you will be able to send letters, mail, whatever you want to call it, to your mother. I will not give you her name. But if she wants to speak with you, she will. And I suspect she shall.
So she's alive.
Very much. She leads one of the most secretive guilds of individuals within the realm.
Okay. I assume your time here's limited, since you pop in and out.
I have a few more moments, and he is kind of really eyeing the scene below. You know. And he kind of gestures toward the water as it begins to superheat and part. As I said, you're going to have to learn to do certain things, Rylal, even if they don't feel right. Or perhaps what I should say is if they don't feel instinctive. I've seen it. I know how this plays out. You allow a little baby merfolk to die. That little soul wanders up to Sir Cedric's sword, and then in the morning he sees what you've done. I can feel the fire of Essos in him, and I don't think his god will see him through any further if he was to allow such an injustice to happen. So I will show you a bit of what your mother possesses, if you wish. And he kind of parts the water, and the two frog-like creatures are just out of water now, looking up, gasping at this figure that is Sable. And he drops down between them, and then you watch as everything around you begins to revert in time. The water stays parted, but the whole time you've been talking, as they were feasting on the child, it all begins to go in reverse. To the point where he is standing over the child, and everything starts again. But the baby, of course, looks up, like, where'd the water go? And then the two frog-like individuals come forth. Out of the water they fall. They see Sable and they rush toward him. Their weapons pierce into him, at least you think, but it's as if something going through shadow. And then the weapons begin to take on this kind of starlight sheen, and they shatter. And he just kind of smiles, and they keep trying to hit him, but they can't land a single blow. And he looks up toward you. Well, would you like me to kill them? Or would you like to have a little bit of fun?
Great axe is in hand.
What do you want to do? You're about 15 feet up?
You'd see my eyes flash red, and you'd see the rage start, and I would rush. I'd jump down at him, axe in hand.
As you leap down, Sable grabs the one closest by the neck, and he flings it up toward you, like end over end. How would you like to take out this enemy, Rylal?
I would kind of droop the axe in one hand, snag it out of the air, and as I'm coming down, smash it underneath my weight into the ground.
As you do that, like by the head, the skull crushes, and then it just across the ground. The baby kind of like looks at that, very, very like, that's weird. But then the other enemy, the other one, is like looking at Sable, not being able to hit it, now seeing its ally just destroyed. Sable doesn't move toward it. He's just kind of smiling, watching this play out. This enemy is very weak. What would you like to do?
How's the position between myself, Sable, baby, and...
Before you, as you've landed, Sable's about 5 to 10 feet ahead. The baby's between him, like between his legs. And then the enemy is off to his right. So the enemy from you, 10 feet to your right.
I would growl, but not extremely loud, obviously. And I'd take my axe, and because of how I landed, I'd be dragging it through the ground, and I'd rush with this dragon behind me, and then out of contact, rip it out of the ground and slice.
Like all the shrapnel from the stone is like flinging up toward the creature as he's trying to get away. Like one flings up and goes across his face. He begins to stumble as you get close to him. And as you drag it up through his body, you literally almost split him in half as you thrust him into the wave of water that Sable has parted. And here's an interesting note. You still have the pearl in your possession. But you see another one on the baby. The water kind of crashes back in, and you can breathe here. And Sable kind of puts his hand out, and the baby begins to float. And he rises up out of the pool of water. Would you like to follow?
I'd kind of cock a look over at Sable.
Yeah, he's kind of like rising up with the baby. Not quite swimming, almost floating.
And just kind of taking in what's transpired. And thinking about what he said.
It's an interesting moment, for sure.
And then I'd go ahead and launch myself up to follow.
As you get to the top, you kind of come up. Your rage begins to subside. Kind of, the water's dripping, and you look up, and you were just kind of hitting the chest with a baby. And it's just kind of looking at you. It's from the sea, Rylal. The sea paths led here. It's just lost. Give it back to the sea. and your allies will look kindly upon you for it. For kinship and compassion, and perhaps even love, are what you need to walk the lands of the surface. One last thing before I go. The new Minister of Faith has brought about him something called the Crimson Cabal. Your mother has them trapped for now, but when they get out, they will come for you. You must be strong by then. And then he disappears into shadows. At this point, those of you that were that don't sleep, which is a lot of people in the party, there was a wall of shadow that just kind of showed up. And so Xyrra for sure, Jophiel for sure.
Yep.
Rebecca for sure.
Yep.
I'm still asleep.
Yeah, you're asleep. Toby's asleep.
I'm a human.
Elkhardt's
I gotta
asleep.
sleep.
Cedric was kind of off brooding or sleeping. You guys kind of came up to this wall of shadow and watched a little bit of this transpire. And then the shadow kind of goes away. And then you see a soaked Rylal holding a baby merfolk. That's just kind of like trying to poke at his nostrils. Just kind of like, eh.
We have our baby Yoda.
You'd see me just like kind of like gently like trying to push his arm back, like stop hitting me in the face.
Stop. No.
So we're all standing there now.
I would actually.
There's no way that those that only meditate wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard literally water part. So
I would
go ahead.
actually give the other pull in its other hand to try to get it to like have both pearls. So it's
Yeah, so now it's just
occupied.
playing with them. Yeah.
Okay. That's cute.
We should get that back in the water as quickly as possible, I believe.
You see me kind of dunk it. You see me dunk it down. I was doing that, like let it.
And it's just like, nah, 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 nah. It's just having a great old time now.
Forgot the fact it was dying a second ago.
It seems like it just maybe not, it's not acclimated to the air yet. There are merfolks that can kind of, yeah, but this one in particular seems to be having a bit of a hard time. For whatever reason.
I would look at everybody who's awake and be like, do we have a container on the wagon to protect the little one with water?
I mean, there's Toby's casks. He might be a bit upset if we dump out his wares, though.
I can purify it so it won't get the baby drunk.
All right, I would like to do an investigation check. I'd like to check around the surrounding areas and see if there's something I could use to makeshift a container that will hold water.
Sure, investigation.
I should probably pull up what my stats are. That would be helpful.
Nah, you don't need them.
There it is.
I will say that if Mr. Dawnkeeper was awoken, he could definitely help out a lot in this situation, but if you don't want to do that, this is fine. It's just a harder...
Could I change that to survival?
Survival can work. Yeah. Yeah.
Give me a little better.
As the baby placed in the water, I'll just go hang out with it because I don't need to.
It doesn't speak. It does every now and again kind of hum and almost sing. But it's wordless. It's more just kind of melody.
10.
10? Yeah, you're having a hard time. I mean, you're finding like driftwood and things, and you're like, well, maybe this hole in this log might work. And then you kind of like fill it with water, and then it just kind of, all funnels out.
Perhaps by morning we can talk to one of our mechanics. Or our mechanic.
I'm a mechanic now. I'm not a party member. I'm a mechanic. Cool. Cool.
I can watch the baby wherever it may be. I don't need to breathe underwater.
We should try to figure out where its parents are. Have you been able to communicate with it?
I just look at it. It's a baby. I don't speak baby. It's a merfolk. I don't speak merfolk either.
I don't speak.
I don't speak.
Can I
baby.
try to speak to the
Yeah,
baby?
what would you try psionically?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can. What would you try and say to it?
I would say... I would ask it where its parents are. and also where it came from.
As you silently try and touch into the mind of this baby merfolk, you're actually hit with something that seems foreign and very odd. And the words that come back are almost funny and startling.
Okay.
It's literally like, if this baby has been found not amid the sea with family, please return it to the coastline to seek its family. The baby's name is Baby Lessa.
Oh.
It's literally like as if something was programmed within it
Okay.
to like return to cinder,
All right.
if lost type thing. Yeah.
I would turn to the rest that are awake and just say, well, this is Baby Lessa. And
Lehsa.
okay. And we're to return it to the coastline if because it's obviously not with its parents, and that is what I received telepathically whenever I reached out to its mind. It didn't seem like it came from the baby itself, but more like it was a message that was waiting for someone to reach out in case this child was lost. It's very odd.
What's that?
Never experienced something like that before, honestly.
It was quite odd.
Yeah.
It's as if this baby gets lost all the time, and it was like someone like programmed like a message within it. So
I'd be sitting back in the pool and kind of like
Contingents.
seeing if it'd come to me. And kind of,
Contingents.
oh yeah, if you like if Jophiel's like corralling it and then you do that, yeah, it swims to you. Yeah, it literally it literally wants to put a finger in your nose for whatever reason. That's what it keeps like going for. It's just like nah, nah, nah.
That is a baby
If
thing
that
to
doesn't
do.
work, it's like it's going for like an ear or like some hair because well, Rylal does have long hair, right? Yeah,
Yep,
yeah. So
he
it's
has
like, it's going for
braids, right?
hair. It's going for anything that it can just grab with those baby fists that are strong as steel. You know.
Well, how close are we to the coast?
You are very close. Like along your travels, you'd probably get up to it at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, these waters all come from that. They just kind of have eroded away to the base of the mountain.
Okay. Well, it seems as though we need to carry this little one to the coastline then.
I know nothing about what these creatures are. I'm just going to entertain it.
That's all it ever wants.
It is a baby.
I kind of figured. The babies from my place kind of did the same thing, but they were more cruel than a few.
A cruel baby.
Not the
cannot
baby, not the baby. The people of the place
the
were
baby.
cruel to the babies.
Well, just don't forget to dunk it in water. I think it likes that.
No, I'd be half holding like in water, kind of like just playing with it.
It doesn't seem to do well outside of the water for very long. So for whatever reason,
It's kind of like almost like a rocket ship, but like out of the water a little bit and come back down. Like
Yeah.
you know, if it's having fun,
It-
you'd see
it
you'd
doesn't
see
stop having fun. It just starts to almost rasp, like its throat's dry, and you're like, well, this, I already kind of seen you perish once. Let's make sure that doesn't happen again. It's that, yeah. It goes from very happy baby
submarine
to
it around in the water a little bit. Like you'd see a very playful Rylal right now that is
in a baby submarine. Just baby submarine.
abnormal.
Yeah, it's great.
We all live in a baby.
Well, Rylal, if you need to rest, I can take over. And it's up to you, though.
I don't need the rest. I'm fine.
Okay.
Would you guys like to corral said baby till morning and then and regroup with the rest of the party?
I figure we should probably let
Sure.
the humans sleep.
You guys all turn
But
to
I mean,
parents.
you did take first watch, so you're going to have to rest eventually.
I love it.
There are a few of us that can take care of this child while you rest.
I'm fine.
Okay, Rylal. Okay.
He loves it. He secretly loves it.
Take in the heart what Sable said. Show compassion.
Did
All
we
right.
see Sable?
Yeah, you saw
Okay.
him. You did see him. He didn't try to hide his presence. You saw him there at the end, kind of jump back up, toss a baby at Rylal. What I will say is very important here, and Rylal, you picked up on this too. He never actually touched anything. He flipped you the coin. He hovered the baby. He did grab one of those creatures, and as he threw it toward you, you did notice that as those weapons kind of went starlight and then shattered, the same thing was kind of happening to that creature as it hurled toward you. I would say that you would have picked up on that, because he's done this before. But he did touch your belongings that he gave you in Duskendale, that he brought to you, which are also probably things that either he or someone from there made. So, just kind of something to throw into your mind and to think about. So, yeah, so whoever wants to be keeping an eye on the baby, no big deal. And
I got the baby.
We can fast forward till morning. And so Everett, Alex Dawnkeeper, Cedric, Toby, Elkarth, Rebecca, the whole gang. You do notice that Rylal, with kind of a little, not quite tired eyes, but just very like, I've been up with a baby all night, even though I don't have to sleep. This has been interesting. Rylal's in a pool of water playing with a merfolk baby.
I'd hope this thing would have fallen asleep at some point.
No, man. At this
It's
point,
excited as
it's throwing the pearl back and forth with you, and it's actually got a hand on it, like legit. Like you guys are kind of like throwing catch back and forth with this thing, and it'll hurl it underwater. If it does it through the air, it's just kind of like a good throw, but through the water, it sends it like a torpedo. So that's been kind of its favorite thing to do. It can also swim very fast. You're surprised that it got snuck up on, but maybe it's just because it doesn't have those innate
It was playing
senses yet.
with the pearl. It was busy.
Yep, and now there's 2. Something to keep a thing on. But yeah, what would you guys like to do?
Rylal, what is that?
You tell me.
It looks like a baby.
Yep.
What are you
Why
doing?
why have a baby?
A baby.
The baby was being attacked.
And you saved it?
The second time.
What?
So it was attacked twice.
It was
Yes.
attacked twice. So 50-50 chance
But-
on saving the baby.
No,
you-
100% chance. I got a second chance at it.
But you got you got a second chance at it.
I got a second chance.
So it didn't make it the first time.
No,
Then how is it alive?
Yeah.
that's a good question.
Buddy, I think you had some sort of strange dream that you pulled a baby out of.
Well, I haven't asked you yet because I figure that it's a sensitive subject, but your father was here, so did he have something to do with it?
That should be interesting. Sir Cedric, your favorite person was here. You just missed him, apparently.
He's been gone for a few hours now.
Is he not the reason why the baby is still alive?
He is.
Wait. Sable saved a baby? I don't believe you.
Yes, and to make a
That does not
long
check
story short, it was a lesson for me for walking the surface with you guys.
Oh.
The lesson is to...
Save the baby.
Yes, essentially, save the baby.
So
Okay.
who's the baby?
I don't. Oh wait,
Lessa.
Lessa was the name that Xyrra got from it, but it said it needed to be returned home.
Oh,
To the coastline.
Yeah, to the coastline.
you talked.
Well, that's
to
handy.
the-
I
to
just touched its mind and a
Oh.
message kind of.
It doesn't
Oh.
it doesn't talk. It just sings and likes to throw the pearls.
Sounds like contingency.
Yeah.
The-
Like it almost seemed as though this baby wanders off quite often and they have made a plan
Well, that's smart, I guess.
so that it can be returned back safely to its family.
As you guys are talking, you notice that Rebecca has all of a sudden kind of got a hold of the baby and is giving it raspberries. Just to
Yeah,
point that out.
I was taking out my Tinder stuff out of my Tinder box, putting a couple like perfs in it to make it like rattle. And I'm gonna mend it shut and give it to the baby.
Yeah, if you guys don't like loud, rattly noises, it's gripping onto that thing.
Now, Mr. Dawnkeeper, we do have a problem.
What's that?
If the baby comes back to me, I would literally lift it out of the water
And it does
until it
that.
starts rasping, and I put it back down. I was like,
Oh,
Why are you so good at that?
can you?
She does baby voices, and it's so good. I love it. It makes me happy.
Can you fashion a container to hold the baby while we travel, so it doesn't suffocate?
I mean, a bucket would do the trick. Hey, DM, is there a bucket in my forge?
It's your
You want to put a baby in a bucket?
I mean, it's a
Is
baby.
it big enough? How big is this baby?
There's actually
Is it like newborn? Because that will fit.
Yeah, a baby
Slightly
fit in a
big.
5-gallon bucket.
But if it's like an infant or like a toddler, like it needs bigger than a
well,
bucket.
maybe
no,
just
it's
a
like
little.
14 inches in length.
Nah, yeah, that shit'll fit.
I would like
It
to
would
not-
it would fit in one of your forge buckets. Yeah.
Jesus.
if you don't mind, I would like to give it a little bit more room because it likes to swim, and something tells me we're gonna have a problem on our hands if we contain this creature into a small confined space.
Are there any felled trees nearby?
I can mold some earth. Make something out of stone.
I was thinking wood, a little bit lighter, Toby.
Yeah, but
Or,
have you seen the size of that horse? It can pull some stone.
or you could mold the earth, and then Alex, you could put it in the forge, and what
Make some
do
clay?
they call it? Yeah, like a pot, like we have in Ophius for storing any dry good.
Toby
this is
would
definitely
Toby
not a
would
dry
definitely
good.
know the word that you're seeking for because now what is the word
Yeah.
whenever you
Carrot.
to do that to
Yeah,
clay?
yeah. But it's to
Kiln.
fire it, kiln,
Yeah.
in a kiln.
Cure it.
Blast.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
What'd you
Fuck.
say, Mr. Cedric?
Don't you blast it?
Yeah.
In a-
Yeah.
in a
but
blast
is
furnace, yeah.
cure the right
I think
term?
I think curing.
I think
is
curing.
Is,
I
is
think
that,
cure,
is
yeah.
that for clay too? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't know. Hey, listen, repertoire. Between you, Mr. Dawnkeeper, and Toby, you guys can fashion a suitable container. If you want to make it real nice, you can use the forge.
Oh, I'm using the forge.
I'm using it.
I think
It'll-
Toby kind of gets onto an idea. How about we make a container in the form that we like, and we're gonna go use some of that sand,
Yep.
and then with your magically infused forge, we're gonna blast it
Yep.
into glass, and then we'll remove it, and we'll fill it with water. It'll be super cool.
Quite smart.
We'll call it
It's a
a fish
lake-
tank.
fish tank. Yes.
Could-
Yes.
Can-
Yes.
I see.
Toby, I have a question for you. Can I carry this fish tank on my back? Can you
I think we
fashion
can
it
figure
for
that
me?
out. We can put some leather straps around it.
Yeah.
I like.
How breakable are we expecting this thing to be?
We'll make it thick.
All right.
I mean, yes, but I've seen thick windows before. It's,
We'll put some inlays in the glass. Yeah.
I like it. You should
What was
keep
it?
an eye
What
on
was
it.
the name of the little thing?
Lissa.
Lessa.
Lessa.
Lessa?
Lessa.
Yeah.
We'll engrave its name in sand.
There we go.
Yes.
We can run some silver through it or something.
Yeah,
Make it strong.
figure something out.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Dawnkeeper, let's do this thing.
Yep. I didn't want breakfast anyway. Let's do this.
Yeah, you guys start kind of like taking the morning to do this. Toby is able to expedite a lot of this just via his magic. Elkarth can help a little bit as well. But yeah, go ahead and give me Mr. Dawnkeeper. Let's roll some you and me some survival checks to gather some stuff. Yeah, let's start there. Why not?
17 on my end.
Okay. I got let's see. I got a 16.
Okay.
17, 16. Give me a let's see. Give me your tool check real quick.
That's based off intelligence, right?
Yours is, yeah. I got a 23 on mine.
Got a 19 on mine.
Gotcha. And then we're gonna use a couple of his spells. We're gonna use 2 of his spell slots. And then you're very proficient in the forge and lighting it. There's enough components here for you to be able to get the forge going. I mean, this is one of those things. If you guys aren't in a hurry, they like kind of take their time on this. It's not that you guys are like vacationing or anything, but I don't sense an urgent like need to push forward quickly in the party. So
Those
if
babies
you guys
not
let
dying.
them to kind of yes, Miss Jovial, are you urgently?
No.
Are you urgent?
While they're making the glass tank, I would like to search for food for the baby.
Sure. Give me a
Needs to
survival check.
eat. Okay.
Are you looking on above land or in the water? Logically, you would assume that it may feast upon you know, like flora of the sea or fauna of the sea, whichever. Flora, fauna, I forget which one's which.
that
Fauna is
great.
living things. And flora is the
I
plants.
would
Gotcha.
I would search under the water because it is a baby, so it's not probably adapted much land taste yet.
How proficient would you say that Jophiel is in fishing? Or do you start getting angry and you like start like guiding bolting fish?
Or is she under the water
Please.
attacking fish?
I could be under the water attacking fish.
Yeah, you could.
That's what I figured you were talking
You could like
about.
you could like sit there and be still for a long time
Yeah.
and then like spear some fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me. So what was your survival check?
It was a 12. So, actually, wait a minute. I'm gonna use one of my things here.
Okay.
Let's add a little bit to it. It's now 17.
Okay. Okay. Roll for me. Roll for me a die 4.
It's a 1.
Nice.
I mean, this is kind of the first time you've done this whole underwater, still moving spearfishing thing, but you do come away with one decent sized fishy that you can't really identify, but it, you know, to you, if you was to cook it, it'd probably be pretty good.
I don't cook.
But
it sounds like it's a task for Dawnkeeper, but
As you-
he's doing glass stuff.
I mean,
can cook.
if
Just
you
throw it
kind of
in
like
the
I
fork.
have her cook then.
Hold on.
as long as it's been though, if you like bring it up out of the water and unless it does see it, she's just kind of like hands is toward it.
Oh,
Why would-
okay, sure. Fine.
Just feeding it
Let's
raw
see what
fish.
happens.
Do you give it to her?
Yeah.
Like as you begin to like hold it out to her, you watch as her mouth kind of elongates in a very menacing way, and you see these rows of razor sharp teeth.
Oh
and she
shit, the
just,
shark.
Like right on it, just like the fish was alive. Now it's not, and she takes this like cartoonish style chunk out of it, and then yeah, she eats it like bit by bit.
Okay, don't boop the baby. Got it.
It eats other fish.
It does. Hey, it's
Did
a
you not
kill or be
see-
killed
did you
world.
Not see any more fish underneath?
I don't fish. I just was silent and I waited and then I stabbed the first thing I saw and brought it up.
Maybe next time don't stab the first thing you see. Because it might be another baby.
Maybe that was the lesson.
Ah, that's good.
Don't stab the first one.
Cedric,
That-
anything that you're
that is
doing
great
as you're
advice.
watching all this kind of take
That is
place?
great advice. I will take
Yeah,
that.
probably just taking it in, and you know, letting what will be.
Interesting.
I jump in the water again.
Okay.
I do it again.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna learn something today.
You going fishing again? Give me another survival check.
I would like to take my time with this. Yes. Oh shoot, oh no, I can't tell which is which.
Oh no.
Is this a 6 or a 9?
Oh.
Is it not marked?
You make
Oh,
fun
no.
of people for this. Come on now.
That's what I rolled, but this is the other one.
Yeah, they literally don't have
me
any
see.
mark on it.
Oh
It,
my
it doesn't
God.
have any
It
mark.
doesn't
Just
have
roll another
anything?
dice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, what's next to
sorry.
it? Is it set up like a normal dice? Because you can probably see.
It's different than
Yeah.
D&D dice are different than like counting dice.
There's a 16 and a 14 next to it.
Roll another dice. Roll
Probably
again.
6.
Roll again, but with a different dice that you can actually tell.
Yeah,
That dice is no
that's
dice jail.
bad. Yeah,
Yep,
I'm
that's
sorry
bad.
about that.
No, it's okay.
16 and 14.
That's
is what
a
you said?
definitely a 3. It's a 10. But you know what? I'm gonna roll my one ability I never use again.
Okay.
It's a 14 now.
Okay. Roll another die 4.
It's a 3.
You come back with 3 fishies this time.
Nice.
Improvement.
I took
done.
your advice. I waited till 3 were in a row. And I stabbed all of
She
them.
literally comes out with like a spear with 3 fish literally in a row on it.
Well done, Jophiel.
Thank you.
The baby does go through almost like up into the last one before its like belly is kind of like pooched out a little bit,
then-
and it's just happy.
And hopefully by that time, after it eats the second to last one, I stick that one in the water so it still stays alive.
Gotcha.
But then, like when the
With the
glass
spear
tank,
through it?
yeah.
No, it's dead.
Well, you know, but like, okay.
You're
I'm waiting for the
trying to
glass
keep it
tank.
preserved.
Yeah, you know.
That's saltwater preservation. I get it. Yeah. I mean, you
throwing
guys
this
kind of
thing.
spend like a good portion of the day,
Yeah.
making sure that this baby has a good little whatever. I don't even know.
Baby
Dawnkeeper, what do you want to call it?
Toby called it a fish tank.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he called it a fish tank.
It's a baby fish tank.
It's a fish tank.
It's an aquarium for a little baby.
You're right. I forgot that I made a funny earlier.
You did.
You made it funny.
So the fish tank does get completed.
I did have a question for Toby as we were building this.
What's your question?
So you're like one of those wizards, right? Like you're a wizard, Toby.
He gives you like the harshest look. You know, I don't look at you and I'm like, oh, I'm a pussy, Mr. Alex.
Well, I mean, wizards are a cool thing. I mean, pussy's a cool thing too. But
I feel like you called me a wizard in a very derogatory way.
I didn't mean it in a derogatory
A wizard
way.
or whatever? I've spent years honing my craft. What do you mean? Look at all these cool things that you make. I don't look at you and go, oh, Mr.
Okay.
Dainty Fingers.
Okay, Grand Wizard Toby. Have you heard of the spell?
I'm not a
Skyrite?
grand wizard yet. He's just like giving you eyes.
Regular wizard. Toby.
Have you tried Master Baker yet? Dawnkeeper?
Master Baker?
He's a master of something.
A master of smartassery?
I had to clean
like
my
that.
laboratory twice after you came through.
Oh. We went there. Okay. But yeah, have you heard of the spell Skyrite? It's something that they used out in Ophius. I was just curious if you had knowledge of it as well.
Oh, we're friends again? Okay, cool.
I would like to.
Yes, I have. Why?
I have an idea.
Okay.
Is there a way we can infuse that spell into a thing? So we talk into the thing. When we need to use it, we eat it, and then it skyrites in the air.
It's possible. With the right components, it can be infused into an item and
Good,
triggered.
good.
Yeah. Why?
I was just curious.
Oh, great.
Yeah, this whole
Big boy's got
back
a
and
really
forth.
cool idea. You got like 2 steps in the door, and you just spit out the first thing that comes to mind.
Yep.
Awesome.
But yeah, just let me know what components and stuff we need. Maybe we find it along the way.
He just shakes his head back and forth. Fine.
Good talk, Toby. Good talk.
Over that month of downtime, like Toby and Mr. Dawnkeeper like bickered the whole time while like going over the
Yeah.
logistics of the wagon.
Yeah.
So this is like a
I
very
would
common
imagine
thing.
so.
It's a
Yeah.
very common thing that they mess with each other. So him calling Mr. Dawnkeeper a pussy after hearing all the stories of Dainty Fingers has become very common.
Don't you have a thing that already, like, you pull it out?
Oh, my
and it
talking
talks?
rock?
Yeah.
Well, I want. So here's
Couldn't
my
you just
grand
make
idea.
another talking rock and then you talk into the rock and it.
But what if I want hundreds of people, like a city full of people, to see what I want to say? have to
Right.
say?
That's what I mean. But, like, can't
Make
you
So
bigger.
Skyrite.
trigger the use your powers and make it do it up there?
No, for that I'll need bigger
Oh, you need
stuff.
Toby's help. I see.
Couldn't it use thaumaturgy?
Well, that's how the talking rock works. It's thaumaturgy.
Is there a bigger rock nearby?
It's possible to amplify that.
Does my go get a bigger rock?
No, I want Rylal to find a bigger
walks
rock.
over and picks up a bigger rock.
Like Toby looks at
you
Cedric like, hey,
Like a
that's a
small
good
boulder.
idea. But then he looks over and Rylal's carrying a boulder and he just shakes his head.
I don't think that's what he meant, Rylal.
I'm surrounded by scholars.
You could.
I am a scholar.
Oh, that's good. And you're sharing in my hilarity of
I
seeing
am.
this.
I am.
You said amplify. You said rock. Bigger rock.
Well,
The big guy casted rock. Look at him go.
Bigger rock
Just kidding.
equals bigger spell, right?
Exactly.
I don't believe that that's how
follow-
magic works.
I follow your logic.
That's
but-
just good math.
Yeah.
it's good math.
I want to see someone
Slightly
to
off.
cast their own thaumaturgy on it. I bet it would have a bigger effect than it would on that little thing.
Wait,
Cool. I will use my ability, and I'll infuse the words. Is it bigger?
Into which
And
one?
then I act the bigger rock.
Yeah, so tell me what happens. It's your spell. You go right ahead.
It just repeats. Is it bigger at a normal volume?
At a normal volume.
Ah,
Do you do the little one just for funsies?
Yep.
Yeah, how's that go?
It's the same size as the other one.
I see.
So what did we learn today, class?
Scholars! All of us.
You see me roll the boulder.
It talked.
Did you throw it?
No, not because it talked. It's because
It was
wasn't
inadequate?
It
he's
wasn't
giving
louder.
me shit.
Rylal.
Don't know any
Yeah.
better.
Rylal is the Hulk. That's what I've figured out.
He's like, how dare you?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
The baby merfolk looks at that big rock and just flips it off. You know, noticed that Rylal was mad, so now it's mad.
Rylal, it was obviously a defective rock. I mean,
Yeah.
Don't tell him that. He'll go get another one.
I know better now.
It's okay.
See, we learned
You
something
know,
today.
I thought it was a great idea. It had more mass.
It's
Did
okay.
it not?
I don't understand how they do it either. I just kind of nod and smile.
I won't help
most of the
next time. It's fine.
Everett, I tried
goodness.
telling you multiple times how I do it. Your eyes get glazy and then your head goes back.
It just because it doesn't make sense.
That's what happens when you don't know magic.
Rebecca's head swivels at that comment, looking at you, Mr. Dawnkeeper. What?
I was talking to Everett. Did I do something wrong? Am I in trouble?
I mean-
think I'm in trouble.
Well, you just
She just was taken aback.
you-
So you're saying that his head
come out
swivels and his eyes roll back in his head, huh? What you be doing with him? She wasn't listening up until this point.
We're making a set. Oh,
an
no,
innuendo.
it's very no.
See.
It's not like that. It's not like that.
Xyrra
You
is
shush.
just like holding her laugh in as much as she can when
just-
Rebecca says that.
I'm just glaring at Dawnkeeper. Just glaring.
I just thought it'd be
brothers-
funny to bring it up. I'm just kidding.
Brothers of Ophius, I see.
Brothers of Orpheus, and that's it.
How clever.
Just that.
Rather tight, you two are.
See Everett with family now.
Well, I mean, I guess we're
Kind
all
of.
family, essentially. I think you got out the shovel.
Brad is so sick of our
case.
shit right now.
The DM's like, what the fuck?
I've caused massive psychic damage.
You guys are having
It
fun.
is devolved into
Just
lunacy.
divulge into fucking madness.
Right. So fish. The tank is done. By the way, we can
Yes.
Oh yeah, there's
It
a
is
baby.
done.
put the baby in there now.
What do you
Put the baby
degenerates
in it.
want to do with it?
The baby in the fish tank.
Yeah.
We're gonna fill the fish tank with water first, and then the baby's
Yeah.
gonna go into the fish
Purified
tank.
water. Will we put the water in? I'll purify it.
Go.
Okay. So
I don't know that you
I'm not gonna make this like a big hurrah. But as you put like salt water in it and then you purify it, the baby does begin to not do so well in it because it does need all the stuff from the
okay.
seed. So you're kind of like, I purify it, and then it's like,
I pull the baby out. I put it back
like-
in the other thing, and then we dump it out. We try
yeah,
it
yeah,
again.
you do. I'm not gonna like freak you out by that and like slowly harm the child over the course of travel. It like literally everything from within the seawater.
It probably didn't like being in there very long either.
Oh, it's actually so if you put it in this contraption that Toby has aided in putting straps on that I'm assuming Rylal's carrying.
Yep.
It just kind of swims around in it a little bit and then it comes up and then it plays with like Rylal's hair and begins to like haphazardly like braid it. And then whenever he like gets tired of that, it goes for an ear or a nose. It's having a time of his life.
What's that?
Her life.
What happens whenever I do this to the tank?
When you tap it?
I'm thinking of Finding Nemo. Find your happy place.
Yeah.
Hey, they're fishing! Wake up!
Jophiel.
this poor baby.
I don't believe
She harmlessly rams her nose into the point of contact where your finger is over and over again. Just kind of like until she realizes that she can't get through it. Because she can't see through it.
I'd
so.
be careful putting your finger anywhere near its face. You just saw what it did to those fish.
Oh, to eat a fish?
What if it decides that your finger is now food? You like your hand?
You would see me
You know-
take my left hand and stick it back in the tank
wonder.
Yeah.
and kind of like play with it,
Yeah.
and then
no.
and then suddenly you hear me just scream, ah! Pull up my hand and my ring finger's missing.
I want a performance check.
Please.
Wanna know how
Hey,
you
can
guys
I
are-
aid
And
him
I'll give
even
you,
though I'm
I'll
not a
give you
bard?
advantage because
Oh
I
my
want it to.
God.
I want it to be convincing.
That's so great.
That is gold.
Nat 20.
Oh my god, he does it!
It is gold, actually.
You don't even see Toby like fucking manifest some fake blood spurts coming from his hand. It's very,
See,
very.
Jophiel? That's what'll happen. I just warned you, and no one listens.
And this was more for the other party members who may have not noticed.
I mean, I
NPCs.
noticed, but I'm still caught up in the moment. I'm like,
Les is down there like,
Elkarth,
like she's playing along.
do you, can you fix that?
His finger. Help.
I think you
He
should
needs
leave
help.
it. He needs to learn a lesson, obviously.
I just want to know if at any point Rylal breaks and starts laughing.
The internet's way. I think he carries it on for a while.
Yeah.
You're sitting there like, and then like everybody's freaking out. And he's kind of like, looks at his hand, looks at everybody, just kind of smiles.
He takes it. He drags y'all through the weeds a little bit.
That was a good one.
That was very good.
Did,
You got me.
oh,
What are you-
you are
He's
very
look-
good at that.
He's learning. He is learning.
Mr. Dawnkeeper, speaking of which, we need to discuss maybe a replacement at some point in time.
Replacement of.
His finger.
He just lost his finger.
I mean, I could probably make a finger.
Oh yeah, that was a thing.
Jophiel,
Is
his
your
finger
middle-
has been
is it
gone
your
for
middle
quite
one?
some time now.
It's the ring.
I was trying to play along what he was doing. I noticed it when I first met him. I had forgotten the moment, though. He was really good at that. He should become a bard.
Yes.
That would be interesting
law,
to
the
see
bard.
Rylal
A
as a
barbarian.
bard.
He played the.
You could travel
it a
from city
drum?
to city and do that one joke.
Yes.
Was it a drum that he played before?
No, that
That
was Cedric.
I tried the harp.
the harp.
Terribly.
Yeah, I played
You
the
did.
drum.
You did. You
What'd
did
you
with
say,
the
Ian?
harp.
Did I
I
hear
was
a
saying I
Cedric in
played
there?
the drum.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cedric played the drum.
Cedric was the drum.
I'm gonna turn. We'll continue. When you guys are done playing, we'll take a quick break. I'm gonna turn Ian up when we do that, though.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and do that. You guys continue to talk. I don't need beer.
What's the thing? The baby has the what is that? Some sort of little water ball
The pearl?
pearl.
The pearl?
Yeah.
There's two of them.
I only had one.
You gave it the other.
Why did you have one? Or not
'cause-
why? How? You didn't before, I don't think.
Yes. Because the baby died?
Ah, yes, from the first time.
Yes.
Yeah, with the dead baby.
Yes, with the dead baby, and then a new
So-
baby,
so
or the same baby with a new pearl.
Obviously. You can understand how that slightly doesn't make any sense, right?
I walk up here and nothing makes sense. I don't know what to tell you.
That's fair.
Nothing has made sense since I woke up this morning. I'm winging it at this point.
I believe I'm still dreaming, actually.
You might be.
Oh, goodness, thank you.
You're welcome.
I hope that is the case. I will wake up and it will just be miserable shit as usual. This is a nice change, actually.
There's no baby. There's no pearl. There's no fish
I gotta
tank.
pitch to Everett as far as I can.
Oh, fuck. I'm awake.
As you did you go win for skin? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
You have exposed skin in your outfit. Yeah. I would say that you do notice that whenever you pinch Everett, he's extremely cold to the touch.
I don't feel cold
Oh.
You don't notice.
or heat.
Then you don't notice it.
Nope. It just feels.
So
Yep.
Are you all dripping wet and stuff?
I would probably be.
I haven't been in the water for a while. Like, yeah, it's probably been like
you
an
don't
hour
notice
or
it.
two.
Everett, you feel fine.
Yeah.
You feel fine. It's just if she would have noticed, then you
Yeah,
would have
yeah.
noticed that she. Yeah.
It's more that
But
she
it doesn't redacted.
took my heart into open salt water. Is that I'm concerned about.
Oh no, your heart's fine. I would have left it up in the surface.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Elkarth's keeping a really close eye on
Yeah.
that
Like
heart.
if I.
I'm trying
I
not to
would-
be concerned about that so hard.
I feel like Everett's trying to just keep it out of his eyesight, out of his mind.
Yeah, then I'm regular. Nothing
Yeah.
has happened.
You literally, I mean, you feel like there's a parasite inside of you, that is not of your, it's like something new is in there and it feels different. You feel fine, but it's like, it's knowledge
Yeah, no, I would.
of like, I'm alive because something else is keeping me alive. And what was keeping me alive is over there in a bottle.
I feel like that's how most transplants probably do feel.
Oh, 100%.
I'd imagine
Yeah.
you'd probably
Trauma.
be itchy in your chest because of
The healing.
It did it perfectly. I don't have a scar.
It did, but yeah, it's kind of like that phantom stuff,
yeah.
You felt it in the moment.
Yeah, I'm very much trying to ignore it.
You felt your fucking rib cage get cracked open. So yeah.
Yep. Ignoring the
So
shit out
load
of
up the
it.
baby.
So yeah, load up the baby as you guys go. You have a very fun afternoon, like late afternoon. You guys have traversed far enough into Hilander's way that you guys are having a fun enough time that there's been multiple times where you could have given Lessa back to the outer sea at this point. But we'll say that it's up into the evening, approaching that kind of second rest of the journey. That you guys can now to decide to do that if you wish to kind of like give her back to the sea. It's up to you. I would just say, literally, I think you guys were all having so much fun with the whole situation that you kind of wait until you get super far, kind of into the Hilander's way. That now, as you're getting ready, as you bring upon the twilight hour yet again, Mrs. Jophiel. Yeah. What would you guys like to do with baby
So
Lessa?
the coast is.
You can see it. You guys are, because it's either go through the mountain. Mountain is kind of, they're not really paths. You would have to climb the mountain like a goat.
We have
The paths kind of go around the base of the mountain, which stretches all the way out to the sea.
okay.
So there are points where you could drop her back off if you wanted to.
I do believe it's that time.
I would actually take the fish tank off my back.
Yeah.
And I would actually set it into the water, like submerge it. Not enough that baby would pop out.
Yeah.
And see if, like, try to get the baby, like, to sing again.
Yeah.
Maybe start, like, humming and see if she would start singing.
Yeah.
There's that song we know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it that way first.
There is that song and dance we know.
You guys want to do that?
Yeah.
What was the meaning of that? I don't even remember.
The jellyfish dance.
Yeah, the jellyfish.
Yeah, but
That was
like,
from the half shell.
yeah. But like, what
Half shell.
was the?
If we
There's a-
do it
there's
all
a song.
during
There's an
combat
ability tied
together,
to it.
it gives
That's
us a
what-
short rest.
Does anyone have that written down in their notes still?
I do.
Good.
Somewhere.
Because I might allow you to take that with you into what's coming later, if we get there. But what I would say is it's quite funny, hilarious even, seeing all of you do this dance along the shoreline. Kind of the baby there, like, begins to hum, like she just watches mesmerized, because she's like, I didn't know these people could sing and dance and whatever, but it's very much a melodic symphony together. Everyone roll for me a performance check.
All right, let's do it again.
Oh boy.
Throw them out at me. We're going on the average.
I got a 12.
12.
Wait, my
11?
charisma's up
11?
to 18 now, right?
Yeah.
I didn't change it.
5.
18.
What else we got?
Plus
12.
4.
12. Okay.
19.
19.
Damn, you've made up for him. Good.
22
22
from the fighter.
From the fighter.
Well, I had a little help from my heart. Just had to feel
Toby,
it.
like, the others are helping, though they don't know it. Elkarth is doing a really bad job. Toby is really acclimating to the challenge. So 12, 11, 5, 12, 19, 22, 10, 16, 14.
Not bad.
As you guys do this kind of in the waning hours before the sun kind of sets, the baby does begin to sing kind of louder and louder to just kind of your guys' movements and the dance and things. And eventually you do see kind of offsetting waves amidst the actual waves of the coast that seem to be as if something's kind of coming against it, right? Mm-hmm. And you do begin to see other creatures like Lessa kind of come up. And they all are they're not creatures that you would see typically on land. like as they do kind of come up and look at you, there's kind of like not really spoken language. It's just more in tune with the song that Lessa is kind of singing now. But she looks very excited to see them. And as she kind of hops out and then goes toward two of them, kind of a very bright blue-skinned merfolk with this kind of silver-etched crown that seems to be affixed to its dome. It's got kind of the center fin on the top, and he kind of like a very well-built merfolk kind of does rise a little bit out of the water, unless it kind of like hits him in the chest as he grabs her. He does look up toward each of you that were singing, dancing, and he does kind of put a hand over his heart, and he does kind of point out toward each of you in a very kind way. It's wordless because he kind of opens his mouth, and even you, Xyrra, it's like it's not a language.
Yeah.
It's a feeling almost.
Okay.
It's just camaraderie. It's thankfulness. There's even tears coming from some of the others that kind of have poked their heads out. And each of you feel invigorated by something. And that's where we'll go ahead and take a quick break right there. Because I gotta pee, damn it.
Me too.
That was a very touching moment. I like
It
that.
was.
But I gotta pee. I gotta connect. Come on.
Connect. Connect.
Be right back.
Back over.
You did it too.
Oh yeah, I was a big
I tried to
asshole
do
as a
what
kid.
you guys did, though. Tried.
Andrea's told me so many stories.
You did.
What was the game that
Bun Bun Bunny.
you would bug Chris to be able to play, and he would allow you to play it, but was it Fable or something where you were doing like a job in the game for him?
Yes! He would be like, hey, Andrea, you can play Fable, but you're going to chop wood for me.
It was,
Nice.
It was
Oh, that's
RuneScape.
beautiful.
No, it was RuneScape.
Oh, that's even
Was it
smarter.
RuneScape, yeah.
That's pretty
That's
smart.
funny.
That is
It was
hilarious.
both games.
You want to know what I wanted her to do?
What?
Go mine the coal for me because I didn't want to sit there and do it for
I don't,
ever.
Hey, I don't blame you. That is wise. I like that.
Like, hey, you want to do me this favor? Because I bribed her with gear. Like, I will give you this if you go do this for me.
So I remember I got a character, but if it had chocolate on it, chocolate was like a members only item. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll get it.
So the party was informed during the break that they have been given Seize Guidance. It's a permanent effect that gives them the ability to cast water breathing once per day without spending a spell slot. Good for you guys.
Woo.
All right. So, I'm assuming that we're going to continue throughout Hilander's Way after this, but if you guys would like to talk about what would just
How long does
happen.
water breathing last?
The spell itself.
24 hours.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Oh, very
I
nice.
just looked at-
You guys
I
can
just looked it
literally
up.
you can cast it on cooldown.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
You ever think like can water breathing help with drinking? You know, like in a tavern. You know, like
Where
could you
you
drink
don't have-
more if you don't have to breathe?
You don't have to come up for breath. Yeah.
Oh, no,
Right.
it'd be a
Can you just-
contest. It's just like
Yeah.
down like a big giant.
I mean, just
mug.
think about that. Like, if ever in this campaign you need to like
There's a
chug
drinking competition.
like a drinking competition, I feel like. What are you about to say?
I would argue that alcohol would kill your body still because your body can't
I know.
process it regardless if you can absorb the water within it.
Let all the boys here try and have fun.
It's
Andrea.
more
Jeez.
of a contest of I don't have to take a breath of air while I'm drinking
Yeah.
this giant mug.
Yeah.
Or
Oh, so you're
whatever.
pulling the oxygen as
So
you're
pulling
drinking
the
it.
so you can just down it quicker.
So you're
doesn't-
just trying to see
Yeah,
who gets
right.
drunk faster and
It's
gets
a
wiped
chugging
out.
exactly.
contest. It's
It
a
doesn't
chugging
have
contest.
to
Slam
be
beer.
taverns
a-
sell other shit
But
than
you
beer.
have to have a bigger cast for that.
7 foot, 425 pounds. You don't think I'm gonna pick up? Can't pick up a whole cask and down it?
Didn't we have that as a thing like during the Sorborg thing where you were like drinking
Yes.
a whole barrel?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
hot straw out of it.
Because they all wanted to see if they could get him drunk,
Right.
and they couldn't.
Right.
I am
Okay.
curious about the
Yes.
scene from the merfolk. Would they not be a little curious why the baby has 2 pearls?
That's my second question. Did you guys keep one or give both?
I would have left both with it.
It's not. I don't think that they were tied up in what the baby was going like in that moment. like if you were there now with them, then maybe you would notice that they'd be like, "What?" And for future campaign stuff, we'll leave it at that with you wondering. It was just a very touching scene of creatures that weren't they're sentient, right? But they're not of the land. They don't really speak. It's more harmonious singing to communicate. But whatever these creatures were powerful enough to give you a blessing that will stick with you forever because of what you guys did.
Would I have recognized that one that gave us the blessing as royal?
I think that you would. Oh yeah,
The crown.
because of reasons tied to you. I would say yeah, it would give you those vibes. I mean,
Yeah.
one of your quote unquote mentors is very much like just kind of that same vibe. Yeah.
I'd have just given him a bow and showed,
Yeah.
respect,
Yeah. You guys, you've made a friend, which is very cool.
Yeah.
We make friends.
You made a
What
friend.
are friends?
You guys did good. You made a friend.
Thank goodness Sable showed up. Never thought I'd say that.
You guys do have to. You guys do have to. Well, I mean, would you like to travel through Hilander's Way in the dark, or do you want to rest until morning and then continue on?
Probably rest with as
Rylal would
treacherous
like
as it.
to rest.
Yeah, okay.
Rest up.
So everyone go ahead and hit that long rest button. There's nothing really pertinent that's happening currently, but there is something that someone has to do. Ian, you because your character is brooding, hasn't been able to RP as much tonight because he wouldn't, and I get that, but you're the one that's going to roll for me a die 4. Pretty please.
Dun, dun, dun.
Here we go.
1.
Hell yeah.
A 1, okay. All right. A 1 it is. So, the night goes relatively smoothly. You guys take turns kind of keeping watch. You eat, dry off, and in the morning, have some breakfast, and then you continue on your way.
Fish tanks on the wagons, by the way. I'd put it back
Kept
on
the fish tank? Yeah. What an interesting idea to keep the fish tank. Because who knows when you're going to run into another merfolk baby? Who knows?
It more sentimental because like you etch the baby's name onto it.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I do like that idea. So as you guys are...
Big old softy.
Excuse me.
Compassion, love, kinship.
Kinship. Yep. The 3 big things, not emotions, but something. Yeah, Sable's story's quite interesting, but you guys will watch it play out. So anyway, as you guys are traveling, the treacherousness of Hilander's Way does get a bit complicated because of the fact that you have 2 horses and a double wagon. And you guys are you're coming to points where you have to rest for Toby to kind of like regain enough power to make the wagons a little bit lighter, because at this point it's not kind of going from treacherous path to treacherous path. You guys are starting to go across really precarious rope bridges and things like that, and it's getting a little sketchy. But over the course of the day, getting toward the late afternoon, you get to a point where you're kind of coming down out of the rocky outcropping, and you can see in the distance, across 2 bridges, like the forest line, the plain lands before you, that will lead you unto the direction of the Twilight Citadel. But what you notice is that one of the bridges is broken.
Yep. Yep. I do
Does that
see
check
that.
out?
Yep.
Let's see. Let's switch over.
It's a big
Let's
bummer.
see. There you go. You can kind of see what you see
one.
there. At this moment, well, we'll do that later. So this is kind of what you guys see, and you guys can point out for our remote bros a little bit if you need to, but they have a pretty good eye view.
Yeah, this
Say,
this
so
bridge over
down
here.
from Jeremy, the door right there. The bridge is not.
The fact that a
connected.
mimic has been traveling with you this whole time, I need to kind of like, I need to bring that up more often.
Yeah.
That there's
Honestly,
a mimic door that,
yeah.
as a pet that is kind of just walking alongside you guys.
It can't change into anything else.
It can change
changes
into a
to a
a
chest.
small
door
chest.
and a chest.
Oh yeah,
Of
a
course,
chest,
of
chest.
course. But yeah,
I
you-
would maintain chest form.
yeah, you guys do kind of see this before you. And all day Toby has just been, he's not been in a bad mood. He's just kind of like tired, maybe a little cranky. And as he sees the bridge that is now down, how are we supposed to turn these wagons around on this narrow of a path? And now what?
We fixed the bridge. We're not going
fixed the
back.
bridge.
Why would we go back? It took 2 days to get this far.
I don't want to get wet.
No one said you had to, Toby.
Yeah.
Toby,
Okay, good.
What?
Toby,
I mean, no one has said yet that you had to.
would you
I-
be offended if I gave you a little toss to the other side to put it back up?
Aw, man.
We're gonna throw people again. That didn't go well last time.
There's no brazier here, and
I
there's
made
no
it.
fire.
I made it.
Fireworks.
Throwing went fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
the
the
throwing went fine.
landing. Landing was the bad part.
I can
Landing
catch
was
myself
interesting to
with,
see.
with my iron claw on the other side, probably.
Just don't squeeze.
Oh, if I can get to the other side, I can probably start working a little bit of magic to get this fixed. It's gonna take some time, though. If you drop me, because you, by the way, the water below you in this part, you were so close to the sea that it's like raging. It's like there's a swift current here. It's a tad bit dangerous. If you drop me, I might die. So don't do that.
Would you like me to tie a rope around you in case you are to fall and
That
potentially
sounds
pull you
like
back up?
That's
a good idea. Yep, I have plenty of rope.
That's a
Here.
good idea. All right, and he just kind of like, all right, tie me up.
I would hand over my rope. I have 50 feet of it.
Tie
it around Toby?
Tie him up, I guess.
It's gonna be tied around Toby, and the other end's gonna be tied around me.
Gotcha. Okay. How much length do you want it to be? Because you're tying it on you and him. Like, how long do you want that rope to be? Just out of curiosity.
As much rope as we could get. So my guess would probably be something like
You had what, a
40 to
50-foot rope?
45.
Did you
It's
say
50 feet.
50 foot? Yeah, so around there. Okay. Give me an athletics check. You have advantage on these. Let's throw a halfling.
Let's throw a halfling.
What's the worst you could do?
What is
I mean-
the
He's
got a
worst
rope
that
on
can
him.
happen? Suddenly, the guy who
If he
has
does, he
He has
does.
Featherfall, right?
I don't.
I
know.
do.
I have
I
Featherfall, so I can
I do
cast it
too.
on him.
So
Thank goodness.
One of us can get ready
because,
for it if
tugging on that rope while he's falling will break his back.
Toby,
Yep.
I have him right here.
stab.
it's more of he's in the water. I'm gonna hold it
He
over.
does have,
and
he
pick
does
him
have
up.
feather
Rather
fall,
than
so
slam
it's
him.
there's a good chance that this isn't gonna go too terribly.
Sick.
I'm just curious. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be really hard for you to mess this up. He also has the Iron Claw spell, so if you do, he'll have that ready.
It's not? Okay.
It is not right. Yes. What calm music for this? It could go so wrong.
Choking a halfling. Nice
that would
calm
be
halfling choking music.
Halfling turkey.
13.
13.
They should
okay.
make that a
Yeah,
sport.
Well,
It is
see-
one of those things
see how
like
Toby likes it.
you kind of take a couple steps and you hurl Toby, and you can move Toby to the other side, by the way, on the map there.
Oh, he made it?
And the Iron Claw, Armoridian's Iron Claw, he's like Armoridian's Iron Claw because he's like really. It's not that he's not gonna hit the land on the other side. He's just gonna hit it about 5 feet below and then fall in probably. So the claw kind of comes up, grabs him, and pulls him up to the other side. He does give you kind of like eyes, Rylal. I'll remember that.
I'm sorry. Don't remember that.
It's a low blow, Rylal.
No. I'm
Just
sorry.
saying.
I think you've just eaten too much. You're heavier than you look, is all I'm saying.
You see me just glare at you for a second.
His eyes well up a little bit at that for a minute, and he reaches down and touches his love handles.
I mean,
I would just go kind
I
of
said he didn't look
smack Everett's shoulder.
You're
I'm
not wrong.
surprised. He hasn't eaten any bread.
I think it's all the drink.
I ate 2 pounds of imitation cheese before we left.
Ooh.
I think it went to my glutes.
What did we tell you
it's
about the
stuck.
imitation cheese?
Stuck in you.
My cankles are a little bit heavier these days.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with it.
I do have a quick question. That blessing that the merfolk gave, did they
Yeah.
give it to our NPCs as well?
Yeah, everyone there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Jeremy has it too. Damn.
Should we chuck Jeremy?
So,
Why would we chuck Jeremy?
How would we chuck Jeremy?
And,
He's a
and
chest.
He's a chest, so if he's in chest
Just
form.
eat the
I mean-
chest. Make sure he stays.
you want to
Keep
throw him
his
over there
mouth
too?
closed.
You
How
can.
much is it? How much does a chest weigh?
Toby, do
Not
you need
very
help?
much, I don't think. Probably
So
about the amount of
Toby
chest.
is investigating that side of the area, and he's looking at the bridge. Nat 20, nice. So as he's looking at it, what he would say is, about half the bridge is gone, which is going to be a bit of a problem, but I can start gathering some resources. Might take me a little bit to rebuild this, but I'll get it done. And he just kind of like goes to work on his side. But you can see that most of the bridge is gone. It's a precarious rope bridge, and most of it is gone, like 3/4 of it. So,
So we
Oh,
need
3/4
we
of
need
it?
wood.
Okay. That's a lot more.
yeah, and thankfully
Is
there's
there-
a tree behind him. So
Yeah, there- is
that's
there
what
any trees on
Toby's kind
our
of doing.
side?
There is kind of. You'll have to traverse up here a little bit, I believe. But yeah, there's one up yonder.
Up there.
Yeah.
I'll start gathering lumber on our side.
Yeah. So
Wait, you go
you're kind
swing an
of.
axe?
I'm just curious what kind of everyone's doing in this moment.
I'm gonna go watch Alex swing an axe.
Good.
There's Alex.
You're gonna
good.
watch him.
Good.
If I should, I just watch him while I got
So
this big
Everett,
giant ass battle
Everett and
axe.
Alex are going to.
Yeah.
Everett's watching Alex go and try and swing an axe. Very cool. What about Jophiel? What are you doing?
How precarious is this broken boat?
It is being kind of. It's amid rocks that are kind of jutting up, and it's kind of crashed into it and wrapped around it. How precarious to like jump down to it? It looks pretty dangerous. Yeah, I mean it gets covered in water every few moments.
Okay. So pretty
with
precarious.
strong.
But yeah,
currents.
your RPG mind to be like, hey, I wonder if anything's down there. I get kind of what you're going at.
More or less, can I cross it?
Can you jump on it and jump to the other side? Mm-hmm. It's possible. It could be dangerous. You do. The water here. I'm just gonna say the current is very strong.
Yeah.
So if you do make one misstep, there is a chance that you're gonna be swept out to sea.
Yeah.
Can't you fly?
Only when I use my one ability, I think.
Wait,
Well, your Echo of Valor. Yeah.
Yep.
fucking Toby said he could fly.
That
With
is
his claw.
true.
So then, what are we? Couldn't you just?
It's different to try and cast fly on inanimate objects, and the wagons are heavy.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Do you need help over there, Toby?
Oh no, I got it.
Okay.
He's literally like going at trees, and he's like not actually chopping down a tree himself. He is like controlling an axe that is chopping down a tree and scavenging things in the area. Everett and Alex, as you guys kind of wander back up the trail there. Cedric, what are you doing?
Just watching and helping if I can.
Okay. Was there anything that you would like to specifically help in? Just out of curiosity? You're kind of like watching this mess unfold.
Yeah, just if someone needs a helping hand, just
If they need strength, is that what you're saying?
yeah.
Okay. Well, you're watching. so you and Everett are kind of watching Mr. Dawnkeeper. So put Everett, Alex, and Sir Cedric up there against this furthest up tree here for me. Jophiel,
That's me. Yeah.
I'm gonna come back to them in just a second. So Jophiel, do you want to try and cross?
Well, she's looking at it real hard.
She really is.
Yeah. I'm gonna put Everett's heart on the wagon before
Okay.
I do it.
Alright.
Everett's
I'm not
heart's on the
gonna-
wagon.
Appreciate
okay.
that.
And then I'm gonna look at Elkarth, who's probably down here.
Put a little dice in that wagon to represent the heart.
Oh fuck.
I'll use my broken
Don't like
D4.
it's being
I was about to
represented.
say we have a ton of dice.
Thank you.
God damn it. There you go. But as I put it there, I kind of look at every time I put this heart down, I look at Elkarth like it's your problem now.
Put Elkarth next to the wagon, please.
Which I did.
He's already got.
All right.
And then I'm going to try to traverse.
Athletics check. I need 2.
22.
Okay.
didn't we
So it's one of those things you kind of like hurl yourself over amidst the wreckage. You wait for the waves to go down, and you hit it. And it's very much kind of that slimy, algae-covered rock. But you grab onto one of the sails, and you're holding on for dear life for a second as waves kind of cascade across you. You wait for them to go down again. And now this jump is much harder to get to the other side. Because as you can see, it's very slick. And you're going to have to almost climb up slick rock to get to that point.
That is, as I use my one ability, 18.
18. Okay, so you do kind of get to the other side, and you climb up. It was very close. Very, very close.
Yeah,
Those 2
I'm
checks. But
probably
you did
right
make it to the
there.
other side, yeah. You can position yourself a little less precarious if you'd like.
Yeah.
If you want it to be
waiting
that
for it just to-
precarious, you can.
Wow.
For sure, you know. Let's see. So Everett, Cedric. Rylal, are you kind of keeping an eye? Where are you at on there?
He's
I'm
right at the
right
start.
there.
Keeping an eye on just kind of everything in the area there? Okay.
He's still tied to Toby, isn't he?
Yeah, that's why I'm assuming he's close.
Yeah, I would be
Oh my God,
watching
you're so-
Toby and see if he needs
That's fun.
help, but I'd also be paying attention towards the forest.
Gotcha. Looking out that way toward the forest. So, Alex, Dawnkeeper, roll for me an athletics check just because I want to see you. I want to see how well you're trying to cut down a tree. With your big, strong muscles.
Come on, buddy. You got it.
I bet if you
Get
do it
it.
well, you get a callus.
Did you grab a mini for Rebecca?
Yes.
Yeah. It's
It's her
Jophiel.
old one.
It's your old one.
Unless you want me to get it for one.
Rebecca will be next to the wagon.
Oh, okay. I put her next to him because I figured she'd want to watch him chop down a tree.
Gotcha.
Does she actually want to watch him?
I
cut
got
down?
an 11.
She's doing
with
kind
athletics.
of. Got an 11.
Yep.
Okay.
Mr. Dawnkeeper gets the axe
It's
stuck.
adequate.
And then
Oh,
he's
okay.
trying to get it away. But
Not
Mr.
adequate, no.
Everett
Yes.
and Mr. Cedric, you notice as you're kind of meandering around this area, which you did come through, up above, kind of on the rocky outcropping above you, there's a forest line up there, way up there, that you didn't quite come from. And as you're just kind of laughing at Dawnkeeper, you do kind of like avert his gaze as he turns around, looks at you, and you're like, haha, I'm not laughing at you. So Sir Cedric and Mr. Whitlock, you do notice that as you look down passively, that there are these kind of really dark, algae-like wet splotches all over and around this tree. They almost seem like rounded footprints, and they just kind of catch your eye.
Algae.
This stupid axis. Ah.
Go ahead and give me another athletics check. Just try to pull it out.
Yep.
Pull harder, you'll get more calluses.
And it's not
5.
It's not moss.
Oh, no.
It's not moss. It's dark, that black green algae.
Just feel like he puts his foot on that
Yeah, he
algae and
just-
just slips
he
as he
just
pulls it out.
What did you roll that second time, buddy? I didn't hear.
5.
It. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Throws it
No,
back out.
you almost decapitate one of your allies as you fling the axe backwards, and it just like like a perfect axe throw goes right between Cedric and Everett's head.
Jesus Christ, Alex.
And that
not
is-
that guy.
that's-
Who the fuck's that guy?
That's my cue to not.
Yeah, well,
pretty
you
good.
know.
He literally did
gave it a
slip on
shot.
one of those algae spots.
Hey, what's that you put your foot in?
And you notice, like, from that forest line above, another kind of like,
Oh, like
you
it's
notice
falling.
that something just fell, and you're like, and then you look at it, and it's that dark green algae. It's almost mucusy.
hey, hey guys. Maybe don't look up, but maybe we should go back and then look up.
Nox abysso profundis. You hear echoing from the forest line. Animus submersive invoco.
I'm gonna
Sergai
throw an
protis
axe towards the
antiqua.
direction of that.
You throw it up in there, and you literally watch as a hand, an arm with almost 2 joints leaches out and grabs it.
Hey guys, it's time to fight.
Et imperium meam
We should fight now.
I
don't see a
Aquarian infortum inferus remaris. And you hear that. By the way, you understood this in common. What it was from the depths of the abyss, I call upon the spirits of the drowned. Rise, ancient power, and heed my command. Awaken, elemental of the endless tides, and bring forth the wrath of the sea.
Watch the
as
water.
you see the hand come through and the incantation stops, you watch as a spider-like humanoid
Gross.
crawls forth. Her head leaches over the side, and you see horns. On her back is strapped this massive cauldron that is superheated and bubbling over. On the cauldron, you can see many faces that have been kind of attached to it, and each of their eyes kind of go down toward all of you. From the cauldron, you hear an explosion, and it kind of wraps itself from this humanoid and spins end over end, dropping on this highest point here between you three up top. Oh god. As the cauldron from this creature has dropped down to say hi, but then also in the water, the other bridge just exploded as something has come up from the sea. I have to stand up for this. I have to place things.
I would have yelled whenever I heard what it was saying.
Yeah.
Watch the water. There's something. It seems that undead might come out of it.
We'll start with this.
Well, undeath, I guess.
Ah!
Oh no.
Jophiel.
Yep, I
You're not done.
Well,
That's
you're
sick.
down. That is really cool.
Yeah. It's really horrifying.
fight
for
it
us,
now.
But yeah, it's
Yeah,
cool to
yeah.
see. Yeah, that thing is.
Okay.
This
That's
thing,
the
sorry,
worst.
honey,
It's okay.
has fallen right between you three.
That's a bad spot to be for it, really.
Everyone roll initiative.
Yeah, all right.
Guess since I'm by myself, I give myself advantage.
Okay.
I
High five
need
yourself.
advantage. I need advantage. That was
think-
terrible.
Chris, after you roll advantage, you want to do me a big favor? You want to raise my camera up?
I was like, wait a second.
Would you
How
mind?
did you get that?
Oh, use main camera, the one right, the Sony.
It's the stick kind of facing out. Yeah. So that you can kind of loosen
Bring
and then
up.
bring up, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh, down just a little bit, probably.
I'm not looking behind me, so just
That's
so I can
probably good.
stand and kind of see.
That's good, probably.
Yeah, your lighting's a little off. But
It's okay.
Yeah.
It'd be okay.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, it'd be
TV's
fine.
catching it a
It'd
little.
be fine. Don't you worry about it. Oh, it's catching the TV?
Yeah, oh yeah, for
Well,
sure.
Your head is.
Hey, there's a TV up there. You guys will be fine.
Yeah.
It's the battle cam. Everyone's looking at this anyway. All right, give me some initiative. Cedric.
4 minus 1 is 3.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah. Power bottom. Let's go.
Good. Dawnkeeper.
17 plus 3, 20.
Oh,
Nice.
Everett.
22.
So
Jophiel.
9.
You're going to share initiative with Elkarth. Everett. I already did
Yep.
Everett because I was doing the top there, wasn't I?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Rylal.
8.
Rylal. 8. And he'll share initiative with Toby. Xyrra
18.
has initiative with Jeremy. Am I missing anybody? Did I get everyone there?
Rebecca.
I assume Rebecca would probably be at the
Rebecca
end of
is
the
with
initiative.
Dawnkeeper.
I don't think she'll do a lot.
Hey, listen, everything is
Hey.
fine.
I mean, in a
Well,
good
fine.
way. She's probably gonna keep the cart and the horses alive.
You hating? Why you hating,
You
dog?
hate.
Why you
hate.
hating right
I
now?
just realized I don't.
Oh, did Jeremy ever get yeeted over there by?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, we didn't
No,
make it
he's
that
with.
far.
He's next to me still.
Okay.
I just realized I don't have any cool stuff to do anymore, really.
You're a fighter.
Yeah.
You're a fighter.
That's all I do.
Action surge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, though.
Yeah.
I have one.
And,
That's the
and
thing.
roll a 19.
I have one.
Yeah.
It roll a 19.
Well, what I mean is all those
could
magical
be
items that I
worse.
have, I don't have.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't have anything.
bye, Pin. I don't need you anymore. I hate you.
Yeah, my cake
Pelt
shot.
of...
Done. It's gone. I don't have that. Doesn't do anything.
It's just decorative at this point
Yes.
Yeah.
because
Warm.
you
Your
died.
drip. Your
Very-
drip
very
is
warm.
insane.
Yeah, I'm
The
looking,
drip, your
looking
drip
fucking
makes
fly.
all the animals bow to you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
yeah.
All right.
wish I had
Before
that.
we start this, I'm going to use the bathroom one more again.
Okay.
So I will give you that moment to strategize, if you like. Just because it's always fun to listen to you guys strategize. Just assume that you guys are yelling at each other in the moments as this cool ass cauldron drops upon you.
Yeah.
Toby, fly back.
Toby, run!
Run, Toby.
Fucking Cedric, do I need to hold this thing? Should I grab it?
I don't know.
You could run off before you could hit it.
Isn't it boiling hot?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's a fair point. That's a
Yeah.
fair point, actually.
I was gonna
Maybe
try to
don't
shoot
grab it.
the big guy because
You
can-
have
Yeah, I can't
two
do
enemies that are
much.
closer to you than the big guy in the water.
Yeah.
but I can't use big gun in melee.
You don't
Well, I
have to.
can.
There's
Yeah.
one up here.
Well, he still is in melee, though.
Yeah, you still have
Yeah.
to back up regardless.
Yeah.
You
no,
might-
I can
so-
shoot. I can shoot at the other guy while still in melee with the cauldron.
Could
Disadvantage.
just Everett, since I think you're top of order, you could always try to push the cauldron off the cliff.
Off the
Onto the cart?
Like
no,
this way.
the other way. The
I
other
think
cliff.
that's supposed to be a right angle. I think.
Oh, it's supposed to be like pushed up together?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
All right.
Because that's where it was dripping its ickiness down.
Everett,
Yeah.
the cauldron has detached itself from the creature above.
Creepy.
It has fallen in between the three of you. It has sprouted spider-like limbs,
That's
and a
awesome.
little head is kind of protruded out from underneath, kind of like a turtle. But you notice that there are these kind of... What you're seeing is not heads that are decorating the cauldron. It's faces that have been cut off of humanoids,
Ew.
like leather-faced. There's kind of this green bubbling liquid above, and it smells very acrid. What would you like to do?
Lecter style.
Yeah.
And just to clarify, that rock wall is butted up to this, yes?
It
It's
is
a
the
right
forest line above. It's like looking up kind of a mountainside into a forest.
Okay, so it doesn't drop off.
'Cause there's a
No,
little space
so
here,
there,
so
there,
it's
that
actually-
space is correct. You would have to do a. Are you asking if it's kind of?
If there's a
together?
space between here
There
and
is.
here.
There is.
There is a space.
Yes,
Oh.
there is a space. You would have to leap over and then climb up to that other. Think of it as another one of these rocky platforms, but further up.
Okay.
Onto a bit more of the mainland of the mountain.
Okay. But it's got spider legs.
Both of the creatures do. It's not spider legs, they just have multiple double jointed arms that resemble a spider.
That's worse.
I don't like
I
spiders.
shouldn't have asked.
And literally, like, as this is happening, the one above that was speaking the incantation,
Yeah.
like, has produced a staff and stabbed it, and the flames have kind of shot up, and the smoke from it has infused the elemental, and you watch as the water around it begins to get superheated.
So
Yeah,
it's a hot. Okay.
superheated,
Okay.
Cool.
superheated water elemental.
Yeah, that's fucking.
Okay.
That's tight. Sick. Well, I guess I'm gonna fucking smash this thing in front of me. 'Cause
Gotcha.
It's in front of me.
Understood.
I'm assuming I'd have flanking.
It did put itself in a very advantageous
Yeah.
area. I would say that you do have flanking.
Oh, thank goodness. That's a fucking 24.
A 24
23.
does hit. Let's see. What I will say... Actually, I'll wait. Continue. You do hit.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Don't hate me.
I'm not hating. I have a feeling I already know what's getting ready to happen.
What do you think?
Something I'm gonna take some sort of heat damage, or my sword's gonna start.
No, you guys just noticed that there's smoke coalescing around it, and the area is becoming obscured very quickly.
Okay. Not so bad.
Oh,
but it's lower in initiative order than the rest of you. So
First hit would be a 12.
gotcha.
And then, yeah, I mean, we're going to bonus action fucking do it again. And the second time would be with, damn it, 18. It'd be with fire.
Gotcha.
So 18 plus 7, big hit.
Excuse me.
Is that also, no, it's a D8. It's a date.
It's a
For
D8.
8, and I need a D6 for the fire damage.
Ian rolled this specific set of monsters, by the way.
So,
Good job, Ian.
I
like
had
this.
4 different sets. I'm really glad he did this one because I think this one's very interesting.
Yeah.
In the yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
another 12, so 24 total.
Nice. So you kind of begin stabbing toward this creature. It's very much kind of 2 quick blade strikes that literally spark off the cauldron. But as you drag them down into the flesh of the arms, it does actually do some damage. But the creature is wordless. It's almost like an animated, semi-humanoid amalgamation of a creature.
Yeah.
It's literally its smile gapes open toward you as you hit it, as if it's almost enjoying it. Anything else with your turn?
That's freaky. No, I think that's it.
So Mr. Dawnkeeper and Rebecca. Rebecca will turn toward the where's Rebecca down there?
She's right by the furnace.
By the wagon.
She's going
Yeah.
to. I know that I'm having you control her, but I'm gonna control her movement here real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because she sees you in with a natural 20, she's going to leap from her position with a running stride up to the opposite to get it kind of 4x4. Yeah. She Baldur's Gate 3 style leaps with her movement and an athletics check, seeing Mr. Dawnkeeper in trouble to get there. You can go ahead with your turn, Mr. Alex, and then you go ahead and attack with her if you'd like to after, or vice versa.
Okay. So
Rule of cool, baby. And then Xyrra and Jeremy's on deck.
So I need to get out of melee with this thing. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to do that. I'll run 15 feet towards the wine glass on the screen I'm looking at.
Whose wine glass? Towards Xyrra? Yeah, that's about
yeah.
right, to the edge there. It actually doesn't try to reach out towards you or anything as you run away.
Oh,
It seems to be like gripping the ground, and you can hear the liquid in the cauldron boiling with more veracity as the seconds go by.
oh, that's not good. I'm shooting it.
So you kind of roll, dodge away, you turn away, and you shoot. Do be careful. If you roll a natural 1, you take a chance of shooting Rebecca.
That's not good.
That
I didn't roll a 1 though.
That's good.
That is a 17.
A 17 does hit. For ease of this encounter, the AC of the cauldron is 16.
Okay. So that is 10 piercing, and then 1, we'll call it fire damage.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that's action. Don't have anything. I'm gonna use my bonus action right now. So we'll move on to Rebecca. She rolled a 15 and a 19.
So the 15 would miss and the 19 would hit.
Cool. And then that's a date on her end.
What is she attacking with?
I think she
Long sword.
she's a
Oh,
fighter.
Okay.
Yep, she's an elven fighter. She's your Lae'zel of the party. So, level 5 fighter.
So that is another 10 slashing damage.
Gotcha.
And then it's
I love this
real
track.
early to action surge, especially with.
You get bonus action offhand.
Oh, I did 2 attacks.
Okay.
10 and...
So yeah,
Well, she gets 2 from because she's level 5 fighter, so she gets 2.
Yep.
But bonus action offhand would be 3.
Oh,
Does she
okay.
have an
It's only
offhand?
it would be like a pommel strike. So
You
it'd
could-
Be like
I would
a
allow it.
D4.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll allow it. It'd be a die
I think
4,
that's
but
what it
yeah.
says.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Yeah. It was a 10. It missed.
She's just kind of
idea,
off
though.
balanced by slipping on the slime-covered rock. So is that your guys' turn?
Yes.
So this would be now Xyrra and Jeremy. This all did come out of nowhere, so I get it. Xyrra just
Out of nowhere.
sighs so heavily, like, what is this?
How far out is this elemental?
From you?
Yeah.
It
Is
would
it
be
within
about
60?
20.
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
within 60.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
You have to really use your so
Yeah.
count. So let us on this side of the table help you with distance here. You're within range.
35 to 40, probably.
Yeah. It's very much you kind of have to.
That one. I want this one.
Plus, it is as big as it is. It's probably the same level as you too.
It's definitely on the same height level for sure.
Okay, so the first attack was a 9, so that probably misses.
The elemental's AC is a 14 for ease here, guys.
Okay.
Just take note of that. So yeah, the first one does miss.
And
It
then
literally, as you throw, this is the psionic dagger.
Sonic Blades, yep.
Even though it's like a psionic blade, as it hits within a few inches of the elemental, it literally burns away the magic. Like, that's how strong the magical heat is of the creature. It's kind of wild.
Okay.
Jophiel, Toby, even, you guys can definitely feel the heat of the creature.
Gonna try one more time with my bonus action.
Okay.
That is an 18, so that hits.
Mm-hmm. I wish I had like a whirlpool terrain piece, because that's kind of like what's happening underneath it. That is a
So-
elemental from World of Warcraft, by the way.
8
many.
psychic damage.
Beautiful. It makes sense. It has gauntlets and
Yep.
everything too.
Say it again.
8 psychic damage.
The war elementals from the wizard hero was pretty awesome.
The wizard hero. What's that?
The
And
humans
then-
wizard hero.
Honestly, Jeremy is kind of useless right now where he's at.
He could start heading up toward the
Yeah.
cauldron if you wanted.
I think I will have him moving up towards the cauldron to maybe
Gotcha.
help.
How much is his movement speed?
15.
So he can get on the. It would be
There-ish.
so like through Xyrra, right there-ish. Yep, you got it. I've got this. I don't even remember my voice for Jeremy. I think it was the astute Sir Stabby
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah.
Astute Sir Stabby.
Yeah,
Archmage.
essentially. Yep, he's heading that way.
From Warcraft.
Is that your guys' turn?
Yep.
Tis now the water
Play a
elemental's turn.
It's a good game.
So, as it forms in between you and Toby, it kind of looks to either side. It is going to use its Scald ability, but I will make it random. It looks toward Toby. It shoots a 30-foot cone of superheated water in his direction. Here. Will you help me, honey?
That sounds bad.
Just for the ease of this encounter. Oh, where did I put it? Oh, there it is. So his AC is 15. He's got his AP. But
Does
can
he
you
need to
roll
make a
for
dex
me?
save?
He needs to make a dex save of 12. And he's gonna take half regardless.
Does Toby have halfling luck?
No, he does not.
Then that is a fail.
He takes 26 points of fire damage, and he's knocked prone. So the water elemental literally turns and just heaves back and vomits this superheated water torrent toward Toby, knocking him on the ground. You just hear him, "Ah!" Just like as he's being superheated and burned by it.
Oh, poor Toby.
The elemental will move toward him, kind of as close as he can get to that stone. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, he's like going in for the kill. Let's see. Well, not that he's gonna kill him. He's just Yeah, he's attacking.
Yeah.
Jophiel and Elkarth. So I'll handle all Elkarth here. But Jophiel, you go first.
Quick question. The current of the stream prior to the battle was like it was pushing through and across the land.
Yes.
Since the water
Going this
elemental,
way.
since the water elemental appeared, is the water going towards it now, or is it still the same?
It's pretty much the same, but as it hits him, it goes around him and it begins to turn to steam.
It's not like okay, that actually helps.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can actually remove that second bridge piece if you like. As the water elemental gets in that area, it would destroy the rest of it just by its presence in the water.
Yeah, guess we will have to go back.
I'm gonna do what I normally do. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt on it through my staff, so it's level 2.
Very cool.
Now let me see. What does this allow me to reroll? It does allow me to roll attack rolls, so I'm gonna redo that. That was worse. I miss, and then I cast Spiritual Weapon.
Hell yeah.
So Guiding Bolt completely misses, and the Spiritual Weapon just pops above. It can hover, I imagine. And
it's a cool scythe now. It always was, but now the mini is for real.
Yeah. The mini looks really sick.
Literally, a Reaper's Scythe erupts from the water beneath the elemental and then begins to slash into it.
18 hits, and then Spiritual Weapon, it's D8, yep. $10 radiant damage.
Gotcha. Okay.
Action, bonus action, and my turn.
Okay. Where's Elkarth at?
He's right next to me.
Elkarth is going to shoot some spell at that elemental. Let's see. Oh, nice. With a 26.
Yeah.
6, 7. Elkarth turns toward the elemental and he puts his hand out toward it as his own guiding bolt leeches out toward it and blows a piece of the water away for a second. He actually deals 17 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
And then whoever hits him next will have advantage on that attack. No one's taken damage yet, have they?
Other than Toby.
Just
Toby is fucked.
Yeah, Toby's in a bad spot.
He's in a bad way.
Toby's in a real bad spot.
Yeah.
I don't know that he would. He's too far away. Elkarth is going to move through Xyrra. Let's see, 5, 10, 50. He's going to go up next to Rylal.
Healing Word, about 4 to 60 feet.
That's what I'm trying to see.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like going because technically the elemental is obscuring my line of sight to Toby. Because I have to have line of sight for that, don't I?
It does say that, but it's also water, so I don't know how
he'd be
see-through.
fuzzy, but
how see-through or not see-through he would be.
yeah, I don't.
But if he's
Doesn't
scalding
work.
water, maybe it is wider and harder
Bubbly.
to see, opaque.
I'm gonna give.
Yeah.
I am gonna rule that Elkarth is a badass and he can see him.
Nice.
Give Toby 10 points of healing, please. So he reaches out with one hand, he guiding bolts in the other. He throws some healing magic around the elemental that hits Toby. But Toby's still being barraged by this kind of torrent of energy.
He is just a little wizard.
I think we are at Rylal and Toby now.
Just a little wizard.
Yeah. So Rylal can go first for sure.
Does the water elemental look solid enough that if I was attempting to jump at it, I would make contact with something solid?
I would need you to use your action to roll a perception check to garner that information.
Didn't
What I
Jeremy?
would say is that without you rolling and getting detailed information, it's made of superheated water. So take that as you will, but if you would like to get a definitive answer from the DM, you can use an action to roll a check against it to kind of have me, if you roll high enough, reaffirm what you're looking for. or you can just go for it. It's up to you.
Or you can jump over it.
How far is that jump?
It's about a 25, 30-foot jump.
Yeah.
Decent.
It's a big one. And I do have a jump table for jumps that are a little bit different than the typical 5e rolls. Like, you can attempt it if you want.
Yeah, I mean, we were jumping those in the dungeon, but that was also a special dungeon.
All right. I would go into a rage for my bonus action.
Yeah? You want a Baldur's Gate 3 roll, action athletics? Well, I tell you what, if you want to use all your movement, and if you roll high enough on your athletics, I'll let you try and leap over to the other side. But the problem is the check is going to be a lot higher if you're just going to leap from where you're at, as opposed to stepping back and trying a running start also. Like, if you get 10 feet of running, yeah. And then if you action dash, the check goes lower. Does that kind of make sense? So it's like, you can get over there this turn, you can make it really easy, or you can take a chance to just use your movement to get to the other side with a good athletics check. But if you roll low, then there's a chance that you get swept away in the current also.
And pull Toby with you because you're still tied to him.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I'm very well aware.
Actually,
aware of the tying.
Because you're interposed between them, the heat of the water elemental, is it a regular rope?
Yeah.
Okay, it wasn't that unbreaking chain?
No.
The rope would have been dissolved. Everything within 5 feet of the elemental is like burning.
What's in the cart?
Alex Dawnkeeper. I mean, there's lots of things in the cart.
Yeah.
There's lots of things.
We need some
All of our
specifics on what you're
stuff.
looking for.
Do we have barrels of alcohol in the cart
Yeah.
for the tavern?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, for the tavern.
Yes, you have high proof alcohol in the cart. Yes. I would say that because of Elkarth, because of Toby, because they know Jophiel, there's at least one barrel of high proof Dwarven Red from the Duskendale stores in the cart. And yes, it is probably explosive because it's the most high alcohol content stuff. So you want to go over there and you want to take this turn to get that barrel out?
The thought is to go grab the barrel and throw it
Yeah.
at the water elemental. And if it's hot enough, it would cause an explosion. But the problem that Rylal would see is that how close is that to Toby?
Toby, right? You don't know. You don't know what the explosion would look like. And it's also an elemental that is of water, but it does seem to have elements of fire. So you don't know really how this would go down. But it could be fun to do. You're gonna have to it would take you probably this turn to go and rummage around the wagon to get it and then lift it out and then to come back to that point and get ready to throw it. You'd have to spend this turn kind of like setting this up, more than likely. Because you got to think 6 seconds, right?
Yeah.
So I think logically, it would take you about 6 seconds to go to the cart, leap in, rummage around, grab it, come back out, and be heading back toward to throw it.
Okay, so I'm going to take 6 seconds of speaking.
Sure.
I am going to yell at Toby. Toby, fly. And
Fly, you fool!
I am going to run to the cart.
Fly, you fool.
I am going to
gonna
rummage
go for it?
for the Dwarven Red Ale.
Okay. I mean, you're acquainted with the cart, so you can take this turn. You find it. You're strong enough that you can lift it out, and you're kind of heaving it back towards. So I'll let you kind of do that with your turn, and you yell at Toby to fly. It is Toby's turn alongside you, isn't it? Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's what you do. Toby is going to use half of his movement to stand definitely, I would say, but Honey Bunny, he does have fly even if it's not on his sheet.
Or Misty Step.
He can Misty Step. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think he should Misty Step.
Where's he gonna Misty Step?
would-
Behind the one rock or where Jophiel's at?
I mean,
You
Or
can choose.
Rylal.
You choose.
You choose?
I think this is all good. I think those are all good ideas.
They
You
are.
know what?
choose.
Let's Misty Step him behind Rylal. That sounds like a better idea.
Way ahead of you, motherfucker.
Nice.
He says that with like second-degree burns.
Ooh.
And then
Everywhere.
I think the best course of action after that.
I just want to have a little bit of input in all the NPCs, just so if like something bad does happen, it's like not all on you guys.
1 or 2.
1 or 2? 2.
Iron Claw.
Armoridian's Iron Claw!
So you need to make a dex save.
I will make a dex
Oh,
save.
wait, on the elemental. Well, like,
Yeah. I'll hold it in place. Perfect.
Yeah, there you go.
he's
16.
It is not grappled, so nothing happens.
But the claw does come into fruition, yes? I think it's really just tailored to grab things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
The other option was magic missile.
yeah.
I don't feel like fire damage is gonna be very good against it.
All right.
Very hot.
Is that going to be everything's turn then?
Yeah.
It is the cauldron's turn.
Yes.
Oh yeah, bubble.
Toil.
Here comes
Bubble,
trouble.
bubble, toil, and trouble.
Yep.
I think that might be what it is.
Yep.
It's going to use boil over.
Yeah, it
Yep.
explodes.
So, each creature within 20 feet of the cauldron needs to make a DC 15 con save, please.
Oh, call it.
So that does 5, 10...
It's me too.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh
there's a
my
microphone
lord.
there, and I rolled like shit.
So just keep
Wow.
track of what you get, because
Wow.
if you fail, you take full, and if you pass, you take half as much. I'll go ahead and roll, so just kind of know what you got. 7, 11.
What type of damage?
It's 16, and this is going to be fire damage.
Oh, yep, I ain't got nothing for that. Wait, does that acid resistance? That was just for that
That's
dungeon.
just for acid.
Well, that was
Yeah.
just for that
Fire.
dungeon, though, right?
Fire.
I think, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was just.
So, what'd I say, 15? 15?
16.
16.
It was 16.
So yeah, it just literally
Ouchies.
boils over. That's kind of its thing, but now because it's his turn, its steam cloud is also initiated here as well. So in a 10-foot radius around it, it's kind of obscuring heavily everything in the area, almost to the point where you can barely see if you're within 10 feet of it. So this is kind of going to affect like flanking and movement and stuff like that and everything.
Little beach.
Yeah, so it's being a little bastard. Okay. That's gonna be its turn. The creature above does come. It did get a 4. Cedric, I believe you had a 3. Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so the creature is gonna go. The one up on the tops here. All right. Let's have some fun. So, it is going to look down.
I can move stuff for you too if you need.
Oh no,
Oh,
it's hiding
no.
in the trees.
Alex Dawnkeeper. You begin to hear words in your mind. Come to me. Roll for me a wisdom saving throw, please.
That sounds like command if I ever heard it.
Wisdom?
Yes, sir.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, nice. You fight it off. You literally kind of reach up toward your head and you begin to like wipe at it. And as you do, these kind of, these blood-covered slugs begin to fall off of your head as if
Ew.
something was trying to burrow itself into your mind.
Oh,
Okay. So
Sounds like
that one
mind
didn't
flare.
work.
No, thank you.
All right. So it used most of his. I would just say that it's heavily obscured because it kind of backtracks about 5 feet, and there's kind of a
Okay.
very thick forest line here, so it's just obscured, but it's not unseeable. All right, Sir Cedric, there's a cauldron in front of you. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I guess I'll. It's like
Sorry, you just don't have flanking currently. The smoke is literally just kind of all it does in this first phase is just kind of like stop the flanking aspect, and make things difficult to breathe. But you can just light it up if you want.
I'm gonna attack not using my feet.
Okay.
I did roll a pure 20 though, so that's nice.
God damn it!
No, use my
You
feet.
just sit
But
there
I
and
did
brood.
crit.
You're like, I'm gonna roll low in initiative. I'm gonna bide my time, and then I'm just gonna fucking crit.
Yep.
God damn
I'm
it!
gonna use a smite and the crushing blow ability from the sword.
So the cauldron's already taken a ton of fucking damage too.
Yep.
Fuck that thing. Stupid creepy
Fuck that
faces.
those were people too, you know.
Yeah.
They
well,
really were.
and now they're
The lore
perverted.
behind these creatures is really cool, actually. All right, Cedric, light me up, buddy.
So it's 25 on the dice, plus 10 is 35, and then the crit damage would be
25.
8 and 4 is 32, plus 12.
Was that
That's,
50?
that's a lot of math.
Was that
44.
50?
Yeah, it's
Smash it.
32 and 12 would be 44.
Oh, 44. I don't know what. Oh, I see what I did. I added another number. Okay, let me math real quick.
So 35 and 44
Yeah.
be 81, 82.
So you literally. It's very much that stoic moment where Cedric has been brooding this whole time. Not brooding, been distant. And then all of a sudden, like, the light of Essos kind of fills his eyes as something is happening that is in direct correlation with the safety of the allies that he's traversing with. So Cedric, like, end over end, the sword comes down and you split the cauldron in half immediately, shattering it. As it's broken, so you can hand me that mini there, it immediately comes back to the back of the creature up here.
Wait, that.
But you shattered it. The liquid was kind of superheated, but hits the ground. It doesn't really hurt anybody. It didn't quite explode. It didn't have enough time to set that up. But yeah, that one blow decimated it, Cedric.
My God, man.
He literally looks at you, Everett, just, my God.
Do you feel better?
Somewhat.
What else would you like to do, man?
Because of the crit, I can use a bonus action. I also killed something, so I can attack again. How far away is the big guy? What kind of distance is that looking like?
Ooh.
It's like 70.
Yeah.
Probably.
It's pretty
long.
far, but do you want to start heading in that direction?
Yeah, I just need to get within 60 feet of it, and I can
Oh,
use
okay.
the
Yeah,
Tap Mar ability.
You're with.
Oh, shit.
Well,
Can he slide to the cart?
you're within 60 feet.
Yeah.
Or are you going toward the elemental?
Yeah.
Elemental or the creature that's bearing the cauldron? Which is back here. I don't know if you can see that.
No, you can't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we
So
can.
there's this creature, the big elemental, and then there's
Here.
also
There's another
creature
one right
past up here.
Let's see.
Oh,
Way back
yeah,
up
that
there.
does.
This fucker right here. My bad.
You see his
Here.
feet?
Listen to what he
Oh.
is saying right now as I walk around and fix this.
Yeah, I was gonna see if you want me to bring it up.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even know there was a whole top part.
Yeah, there's another one
Yeah.
up here.
Yeah, hang
Sorry.
on. It's getting ready to
Yeah,
come in.
I'll
view.
just
Coming up
attack.
now.
There you go.
No worries. I'll just attack
Yeah.
the creature that's on top of
You
the.
can't see it because of the tree, but Cedric can see
Cedric
it.
can.
Yeah.
He's attacking this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll attack that thing. I'm gonna do that without the feet
Sorry
as
about
well.
that.
Without the feet.
No worries.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, so we're using the.
Okay, so 13 plus 7.
It's a dirty 20. Does that hit the cauldron creature, honey?
The
Yeah. Wait, I think.
the hag is also an AC of 16.
So it hits.
Yeah, so 16, 16, 14.
Ooh,
Can we-
reroll 2s.
It is really
All right.
cool to see Cedric kind of like overhand destroy the cauldron, and then it's sucked back to the creature, and he turns, and Tatmar just like leeches out from him and fucking ravages the creature. It is a pretty cool visage.
Yeah.
With the Tatmar attack, it'll be 16 and 6 is 22 plus 10. So 32 on the Tatmar ability.
It like the creature has so many appendages that it's trying to like fight off the attack, and it's just cutting away appendages as they regrow very quickly, like from blood clots. But you did some pretty good damage.
Solid.
Anything else with your turn, sir?
Nah,
Okay.
I'm tapped out.
Everett, you've watched this happen.
Yeah, that was,
Cats it out.
that was fucking sick.
I put the character here just to kind of give Ian a visage, but I am going to put it back, kind of over yonder. So sorry about that, guys that are looking in. I'm sorry the camera drooped so low.
Nah, no worries.
Yeah. Elevation. I like elevation in the battle maps.
Do I need to get over there? Or should I throw? I don't want to throw anything. That's kind of pointless. So you said I'd have to jump? Well, how big of a jump we talking?
I mean, that's
It's just a 5-foot jump.
Nah, that's a fucking step.
You don't.
I
I
mean,
mean,
if you do,
it's going down, so you don't even really have to roll for it. It's just you're gonna use 10 feet of movement to go 5.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna have to climb, so it's like 10 feet, 10 feet, 10 feet on every curve up there. Does that make sense?
You only get
Yeah.
about here, to be honest.
Yeah, like I'd
Use your full
really
movement?
get across.
Yeah. So there's no really
But don't you have
jumping
throwing
involved.
axes?
I mean, I do, but it's not. Yeah, I'd try to throw another fucking.
Do you
just
want
gonna
to get
throw an
closer
axe at it?
first?
Yeah. Yeah, so first I threw the axe fucking Alex was chopping them with.
Okay.
And now I'm going to actually throw my actual hand axe.
Do you have a disadvantage or you're within range?
No. Wait, what?
I don't know what the
Yeah,
range
he'd be
is.
out of 20.
So do you want to get closer?
Well, getting closer would involve. Well,
Do you
yeah, I
wanna
guess
be
I could
closer to
go
it?
across. So I'd
'Cause-
go
Oh,
to
okay.
archeries. Just around Cedric. There, yeah.
Oh,
here.
Up to
okay.
You guys can remove that.
Okay.
That's no big deal.
So you want to be
It's a
like-
tall enough
Whoa.
tree that.
So here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
you-
does remove potential cover for some of you guys, but I think this is more worth it in the long run for you.
Would that be that'd be about 20.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
just at
Straight
20.
line.
Probably right at it, yeah.
I'll allow it. Go right ahead.
But not with disadvantage anymore.
It was its poise was broken
Oh my
by
God,
that
your
hit
fucking
by
dice.
Tatmar. That
That
kind of like
was-
leached forward, and now you're throwing it at it.
It
so.
went off into the woods.
Ah,
It
That was
hit their
fun.
tree.
is it?
Yeah,
No, it's cooler than that. But one of the
cool.
appendages grabs it.
Quit fucking doing that.
It just literally.
Oh, cool.
It is
Okay,
literally
that was
your
fun
weapon
for
is
me.
enveloped in blood
So what's
and,
your
and
second action?
bloodworms
That's
that
it.
kind of like pull it
Nice.
into itself.
I don't
It
have
is a
anything
pretty
else.
cool. So is that gonna
You
be your
don't have
turn?
another
Yep.
axe?
He's you know he needs to be close to something. It
Yeah.
sucks.
And I don't
I'm
wanna
so sorry.
go off by myself. I told you I was pretty much useless.
So that would be Dawnkeeper and Rebecca then? You're not useless
Oh, no.
until you're next to something.
Yeah.
You're not useless.
Alex Dawnkeeper looks at you. You're not useless, Everett.
You're not useless.
You're not useless, man.
Shoot the motherfucker.
What would you like to do, Sir Dawnkeeper?
So the distance from me to the hag is 30 feet. 10 feet climb, 10 feet climb, 10 feet climb.
If I'm at
Well, it would take
20.
10 to get
It'd be
across.
15 feet to get to Everett.
Yep.
Well, 10 technically.
And
And
then
then
this
it would
would be
take-
another 10.
It would take another 10 to get across.
And then you could
So
get up
that's 20.
one
And then, so yeah, you can get.
to like here.
But then it's the elevation problem. You have
Yeah,
you have
I'll-
a better shot from where you're at than if you get closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was asking that for throwing things, not for getting there.
straight line, you're talking.
Probably
If
about
you move
45 feet.
if you move 5
Yeah.
feet toward Everett and then try to throw things, if you're talking about attacking this creature up here,
Yeah.
then move. The easiest for you would be to move 5 feet toward it, and
Okay.
then throw or shoot.
Yep. Okay.
Is that what you want to
I'm
do?
going to. Yep. I'm going to throw my shrapnel grenade.
Okay, okay.
So let me
Oh.
get the DC real quick. I think it's Dex.
I forgot you built grenades.
Yes, it's a Dex of 30.
I got a natural 17.
Oof.
Okay, so I still
Um,
think you take
19.
damage.
19. It is bearing a cauldron on its back. It's a cool creature.
Yeah.
It really is.
There it is. Okay. Damage. It's a die 8. So it'll take 4 slashing damage. Since it's saved, it won't have to take this bleed effect. But
Gotcha.
there's a tornado in that
maelstrom.
Maelstrom, that 10-foot
Yeah.
area. So she's
It's breaking
ends
away
her
the
t-
trees, kind of taking down
Yeah.
the foliage. Because at any time, this creature could retreat a little bit into the forest behind it. So
Damn,
you
Yeah.
can throw it on top of its staff or something there if you want to.
yeah. If it ends its turn there, it has
Yeah.
to make the save again.
Understood.
Figured stick out
Okay.
underneath that, make it a little easier. Time to move it.
And then Rebecca will shoot 2 arrows.
Very nice.
Oh, she's got arrows.
Yep, she got a longbow. Does she have a longbow?
Yeah, I think it's a longbow.
Okay.
I still need the stats for my longbow that I got.
Oh
I never got those stats.
I'm such a bad person. Where did we get the longbow from?
It was Sirosa.
Sorosa.
Sorosa's
Damn, that's been a
longbow.
while.
I have Sirosa's longbow, yes.
So Sirosa's longbow is a longbow of dragon slaying. So it's a +1. and it also does an additional 1d6 poison damage. The dragon stuff it's essentially dragon arrows when you fight a dragon. So that doesn't come into play here. Okay. So just +1 longbow with an additional 1d6 poison.
Okay.
And then you might want to put parentheses dragon slaying.
Yeah, it's and that's for really cool lore reasons. So
Rebecca does not hit.
okay,
So
she's trying.
There's lots of trees. I feel her pain.
Oh, we're trying.
The followers
Yes,
can't
that'll be-
outclass you guys, even though
No.
Elkarth is strong. That's why he's not. This is your guys' fight. Anything else, sir, with either of you?
I think I'm gonna move. I like to get away from the hag. But
She was 5.
Yeah, you
You
got
can go over
25
next to
foot.
Rebecca. Put him over next to Rebecca. Heading down.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah. There you go. Rebecca, my darling.
save me.
All right, Xyrra.
I am going to throw another psychic blade.
Do you have advantage on this one?
I don't know, do I?
Because I think the guy in bolt hit it, and no one's hit it
No
since.
one has hit it.
Oh.
Are we talking the
Water
elemental.
Yes, you would have advantage.
Yeah, yeah.
Sweet.
There you go.
Thanks for remembering.
Oh, you're welcome.
I keep forgetting that Xyrra's down there.
Yeah, I'm here.
You have
Yeah.
the exact same bag as I do. Just realized that.
That is.
We told him about
17
it,
to
and they
hit, so
came
that
with it
hits.
next week. It was pretty dope.
That hits and.
Thanks, Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
Easy peasy.
That
good bag.
is 10 psychic damage for the first.
Sneak attack.
Oh, I forgot sneak attack.
You have advantage. Don't forget sneak attack.
I'm sorry.
Its back
never
is
forget
literally
sneak attack.
to you.
Yeah.
Well, you also had advantage from guiding bolt too.
So that is 10 plus 5. So 15.
There you go.
And then for the second attack.
Is it still advantage with all attacks? on the guiding
no.
bolt?
No.
Just that
Just one
first.
first.
The elemental's very aware. You can assume that it's like turning toward enemies right now. It's just that first
Yeah,
one
it's
at
fighting a
advantage.
corporeal weapon, and then whatever is
I'm going
attacking
to
it
use
behind.
Celestial Chosen to re-roll that.
Do it.
Do it.
That's much better. That hits.
Are you glad that you jumped over to the other side now? Considering what's happening?
No.
I was just curious.
I want to be in the thick of a fight, damn
I know.
it.
That
sorry.
is 9 psychic damage for the second.
Now I'm stuck
Gotcha.
over here.
Yeah, you can put
Okay.
it back.
And,
And
then,
then,
Jeremy
Have to jump over.
is once again useless.
Which way do you want him to be heading? That's the big thing. He can dash.
Honestly, I probably would still send him up in case she comes down.
So he would technically be kind of on the incline. But it's going to be hard to put
Yeah,
him there.
Just
you're
lay him
just
down.
gonna have
So
to.
yeah, there you go.
Flop.
Everybody do that flop.
on my way, darling.
Does he only have 20 feet of or 20 movement
15
speed?
feet.
15.
Oh, that's not quite there then. Probably closer to.
If he dashes,
Oh.
it's 30.
If he dashes,
so
it's
he's
30.
about right there.
Yeah.
So it's just I didn't know if he'd sit.
Yeah, there you go.
The
Nobody touch
rocks
it.
moved.
They did a little bit.
So
Rocks
is that-
move.
Is that your guys' turn?
Yes.
All right, is the elemental's turn? Okay, so the elemental did roll to see if it got its spout back, and it did. It is going to Chris.
Like a breath,
it's going to turn,
attack.
and it's going to move kind of toward you, but it's doing so in an angle that it's going to want to shoot across you, Elkarth, and Xyrra. If that makes sense.
Oh, like a line
You can
almost.
kind of go off of its arm there.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there's enough water there. So I would need Rylal, then Elkarth, which I'll roll, and then Xyrra to make for me dex saves. Let me see. What was that DC again for Scald? It's a 12, but it does do halvesies. So just kind of get your number, and I'll tell you what happens.
Right on 12.
This needs to go in dice jail.
Let's take a dice jail.
It is 26 fire damage.
Fuck. Okay.
Elkarth. Ooh, Elkarth failed. Yikes.
I also failed.
Okay, our Elkarth has double our health.
He's an old man, though.
He's an old man.
Going to break a hip.
You don't like spicy water.
What happened? What'd I miss?
Uh-huh.
How
Question for you in regards
It
to what you're about
explodes.
ready to do.
It
Would I be able to shield it and
Oh.
just take full damage since I passed the dex save? I would know better.
Would you be willing to
Yes.
take full damage?
Yes, I'll be willing to take full damage.
I tell you,
That's what
this
I
is, it's really hard.
Oh.
Okay. Where is it?
What are you looking
It
for?
is time.
The
Oh, the-
skull. Where's the
skull.
skull at?
Oh.
Where have you put it, honey?
What the fuck? Okay.
You move it a lot. There it is.
It is time to roll the fates.
Do
Oh
it.
man.
So
Kristen,
how this
rolling it
works
again.
Ba-bum.
is you roll 2 die 20s and you take the furthest away from 10. I will have a DC in mind. And if you pass, then yes, you take full damage. If you fail, it explodes. And it's going to essentially erupt kind of like a fireball in your area, which means that all of your allies and the horses and the wagon are going to take a lot of damage. Roll
So,
the fates.
are you
Come
like
on, baby.
throwing your body onto it?
He's trying to
this
like.
moment?
I would assume he's taking it and he's turning around.
Yep.
And because
Take
he's
the
so
full- take the
big,
full blast from the
he's
body.
trying to take it on his back. But it's like one of those moments. He would have to be acting outside of his turn, and that's why I'm going to allow him a fates roll. So yeah, take the furthest number away from 10.
Come on, baby.
16.
You take the full damage.
Oh, oof.
That was close. That was close. Yeah, and that fucker back.
16 and 11, so
get that shit
Very
outta here.
cool. All right. Everything's fine.
nobody's
We're fine.
exploding.
We're fine.
The fates smile upon you this day.
The fates have smiled upon you.
Said 26 damage, right?
All right. So, that was the elemental, which means that we are now up to, I believe, Jophiel and Elkarth.
Wait, so did we not take damage because he took it all?
No, you guys just didn't take a fireball's worth of damage on top of what you took.
Okay.
Yeah, that would've been bad.
All
Yeah,
right.
you would have taken an additional 8 die 6
Okay.
damage straight up.
I have the
All right.
dwarven red ale it's on
On
me.
his shoulder.
Yeah, you couldn't have made another dex check, so you essentially would have taken just flat explosive damage in the
Okay.
area. It could have been bad. Could have killed the horses too.
Yeah.
That is.
So it is now, Jophiel and Elkarth. Elkarth is going to move up to Rylal and lay on hands him for 42. He's just gonna. He doesn't know what you have. He's just gonna use his whole pool because he doesn't know and he just watched what happened. So he heals you for 42.
It looked like he got fucked up.
Xyrra is looking very rough, by the
I'm
way.
casting a spell on it. The water elemental needs to make a con save.
I can bonus action. Con save is 18, and then Xyrra. Elkarth's hand points out toward you, and you take 8 points of healing.
Thanks.
You take 5
bonus
radiant
action?
damage as the moon comes out and begins to light it up.
I see the moon, and the moon
Doesn't
sees
it?
it.
Well, it's not
And
shit.
then the spiritual weapon, I believe it's right at 20 feet.
Yeah.
Will also come
Very
in and attack.
All right.
Do I need a part marker for the moon coming down, or
It's gonna be on that corner. That'd be
It's
okay.
right there. So once the elemental moves, if it does, we'll put something there to mark it. It is pretty cool,
7
though.
plus 8 is 15. Does 15 hit the elemental?
Yes.
Yeah. 14.
Okay, I can't remember.
You did it. I am proud of you.
That is 7 plus 5 is 12 radiant damage.
Very cool.
The site's doing God's work. The site's doing the Triconclave's work. That's my turn.
You do still have another, because I gave you an additional. You still do have another use of your Echo of Valor, just so you know,
Oh.
because I gave you that free one because you didn't get to use that first one. Remember when you used it in Xyrra?
Uh-huh.
So I gave you an additional, but you guys leveled up. At each feat level, you get an additional use of your big echoes of valor for some of you.
Oh.
I gave you an extra one, so you do have one in the chamber, but then you wouldn't have another one until you hit that feat level up. Does that make sense? So is that you guys? Mm-hmm. So this is Rylal and Toby then.
Toby.
Toby's looking at you just like, what are we doing? What are we doing, boss?
I have an idea.
You have Toby's stat block, so give me the idea before I.
Hold action, cast wall of force as soon as he throws that barrel.
Oh, super cool. You want to?
See, I was looking to figure out a way not to kill everybody because my thought was to drop it down and have him have the Meridian's claw come up and grab it and shove it into it so it was down below the cliffside.
This
Wall
one
of force
can protect
allows
people,
a
though.
radius of up to 20 or 10 feet radius, but 20 total of diameter.
Yeah.
It can contain the creature and capture that barrel. He can cast it as soon as you do it.
Yes.
Yeah, Toby like literally walks up next to it and he's like, "I'm ready. Do it."
I'm ready.
All right.
You might be able to like ball in with the wall of force.
That's what
You
I'm
wanna-
saying. Literally a sphere
To like
of
force
force.
it inwards toward the elemental type thing. Ball in the explosion. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I think that's what they're
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like capture.
So
You know, you
Contain
think
it.
about like that, it'd be a lot more
Yes.
Well, you could
damaging.
That's what I'm
encapsulate
saying.
him. Like you
As
wouldn't
he
even have to let him
throws it,
throw it. You can
he-
encapsulate him.
Could you imagine
Cast it. Like he cast it as soon as the...
encapsulating in a semi-incorporeal creature an explosion?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It can't escape.
Oof.
You know what that means. Well, give me an athletics check. It's quite easy. You're literally just kind of throwing it.
Get the barrel there.
And then you were holding your action to cast, so it kind of
Yes.
procs as he throws it,
Yeah.
and he's going to globe the explosion.
Yes.
And,
And nothing
Nat
can
20.
get through it.
Nat 20?
Nat 20.
With a nat 20?
Son.
We're talking, this is precise throw to where I want it to be.
Okay, so this is 8 dice 6, but because it's encapsulated, we're going to treat it as a crit. So it's max damage plus the 8 dice 6. So roll 8 dice 6.
So 48.
So
plus-
48
Sorry,
already.
Jophiel.
Yeah.
Sorry. Said 8?
Yeah.
8d6. I treat big
Here's one
explosions
here if
as
you
a
need it.
fireball. It seems to be the standard, in my opinion.
I saw this spell and I was like, how can I make this work?
That's a great idea. Well, if it wasn't for Cedric, I don't think I would have let it crit, but that's an awesome, even more awesome idea. You're like kind of like going toward the core of the elemental.
Yeah. I didn't know if I could capture the full thing because I didn't know how big it was, but it looked like it might have been about 20-foot diameter
19.
total. 19 plus 48.
67.
And it's just there. If it's not dead, it's in there. Just
Oh yeah, it is just.
It's
still
literally
stuck.
Yeah,
like in
it's-
its core. The elemental is still grasping at life here, but literally there's this kind of like globe of explosion within it that is like disrupting its form pretty badly. It doesn't look like it has much left to give, especially if this lasts any longer. That's pretty cool. So that do you have multi attack?
Not yet.
Okay, yeah, we're not that far yet. So that was your action. So if there's anything you can do with a bonus action, you could do it. Is there anything that Toby can do with a bonus?
I don't think so. But I will say this: if anyone goes to shoot the elemental or attack it, Toby will release the spell for them to shoot it.
Okay.
It's not
understood.
a hold action. It's just you can release
Yeah,
spells
okay.
mid
Yeah.
combat.
Does he have any cantrips? He
So-
could do.
He used his action already.
Yeah.
Is
He's
that-
a wizard.
Still,
He created the
Yeah, but
cantrips
are we
have
not
to have
running
that
one?
state of bonus action. To
Oh,
it.
that's right. That's
There's
right, yeah.
almost no
and there's
cantrips.
not a lot that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I think that means we're down to. Okay. So this is. All right. It's that. Okay.
It's the hag.
It's the hag.
Oh, cauldron back.
Okay. Who is that that's closest to me right there?
This
That'd
is
be me.
Everett.
Okay, Mr. Everett, because you're the closest.
God damn it.
The creature does look towards you, and it says, "Bleed for me." I need a Constitution saving throw.
You're good at these. You're a
That's
fighter.
another fucking 6. That's 3 goddamn 6s.
No.
Okay.
Hang on, I got inspiration. I think I'm gonna. Oh, actually, this is a 9. Hang on, this might be different. You said Constitution?
Yes.
Yep.
It'd be a 15.
It's a 16.
Well, guess I'm gonna use my inspiration.
That's probably a really good idea. It's a really good
Doesn't
idea.
matter. That's another one.
Yeah, it's the same.
Okay.
Wow.
So, Everett, your mouth begins to fill with blood,
Cool. Yeah.
preventing you, of course, from being able to speak or doing any spell casting for 1 minute, but you don't do that.
You're a fighter.
Additionally, your eyes well up with blood and tears. You are now blinded for 1 minute.
Cool.
Your ears begin to overflow and rush with blood, and your heart begins to beat with extended palpitations, and you are deaf for the next minute. And you also suffer 7 slashing damage as your veins begin to literally burst. And that's what's happening right now.
Right on. Sounds
So
like
you
a
were just, you literally,
grand time.
How many
You are-
slashing?
Just
7.
7.
It's more about like the effects,
Yeah.
right?
I can't do anything. Can't hear.
Yeah,
can't see.
you're drowning, you're
blind.
deaf, you can't see, you're
smell.
afflicted with, it's called Call of the Blood,
Nice.
is what it is. And yeah, so like those that are around him are seeing this. Cedric, you see Everett just drowning in his own pool of blood right now as it's like escaping his veins and things and out of his ears. What would you like to do,
Running
buddy?
away.
The
Did the
creature-
hag end its turn in the vortex?
It did.
Roll a save.
Would you call what Whitlock is afflicted with like a
Failed.
specific condition, or is it just an amalgamation of these different conditions?
Are you asking if you can like cure it?
You can probably hear one of them, right?
Well,
No,
that's-
it's all
that's-
one. It's all one.
That's what he's
Con-
asking.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
It's all
Like, is
one
it, like-
condition. It's all one condition under Call of the Blood. So, are you wanting to cure it essentially?
I don't think I can.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, what you like lay on hands couldn't.
No, if it was like possession,
It's
I
not
could, but that's-
possession. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
he's under a condition. He's essentially under just a blood spell condition that is doing all this to him.
7 slashing
Gotcha.
damage, and it has a bleed status right now.
Gotcha,
next,
okay.
Next turn, it'll take that 7 damage again.
Interesting. So, well, I mean, Cedric, you're in that age-old thing like help your ally or slay the
Or
dragon.
kill the dragon.
So there's
dragon's right
2
there.
dragons. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna attack the hag.
You gonna do it at ranged?
Can I get within melee distance of it?
I,
It looks like it's elevated probably
It
too
is,
much
I
for the
think
reach
so.
of the sword.
I don't
Yeah.
think that you.
Um,
I feel like you would
If-
get to like
if
right
you did a running
here.
jump, if you did
If
a good
you-
athletics, you probably could reach it.
Give me an athletics check. Worst case, you get close to it. Best case, you get up on it. It would be what's your strength's pretty high though, right?
It's 18 plus 7 is 25
It's 25 on the
fuck?
check. Okay.
on the athletics. Yeah.
Okay.
Put him
so
right
it's-
there.
oh, his strength.
Yeah, no, it's
Just put 'em
Baldur's. I tailored my chart to allow you guys to do the really cool jumps that literally like inspired from Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
Based on strength. So yeah, you get right up next to it. Now you can really see it, Ian. Cedric, it is disgusting. That's the best way to put it. There's literally like blood worms coming out of the orifices of the creature. It's got these
Ew.
2 horns. It turns toward you. It's breathing sulfuric smoke. The cauldron is raging behind it, and there's all these faces on the cauldron that are looking at you. And it's holding
What
a
a
staff.
wretched beast.
And it's holding a staff that is inflamed with blood, not fire. As
It's fucking gross.
I rolled another crit.
Yes!
no.
Yes!
Kill it.
Fuck you,
I
you
don't-
get nothing.
That's so funny. I don't have the crushing ability, the crushing blow ability, but
I'm sure it'll
I
be
just want to
fine.
have fun sometimes.
8 and 4 is 32 on the crit damage.
I'm bleeding out of all of my orifices. Is that not fun?
I did get one really cool ability off. Damn it.
Cool, I
What,
think.
what round are we in?
2.
Two.
We're in
But that,
round
that-
2.
this is
2.
no, this is
12
this is
seconds
really
in.
just a random encounter.
Yep.
So
So
21
scary.
on the die plus 10 is 31 plus 32 for the crit
So
damage
63.
is 63.
Yep.
hold on.
Old.
Cedric said, "I am mad. Everything's dying."
Yeah.
I think it might actually not. Is it? Where you at? There we are. It is actually still alive, Cedric. It just doesn't
Okay.
look very good. You have. What I will say is that the creature was getting ready to throw the cauldron again, but you destroy it beyond a shadow of a doubt. It can't use that ability anymore. And you've gotten down to like its basic form. It's spider-like, elongated spine. It's a humanoid that looks like a lizard spider amalgamation.
Gross.
Because I crit, I can attack again with the bonus action.
I swear to God, if you,
Please crit
if
again.
you crit on
Please
this,
crit again.
I'm walking
No, I did not.
away.
I did not
I'm
crit
walking
again.
away. Okay, good.
11 plus 7 is 18.
Still hits.
It's still alive, but it's not doing so good. It is like literally hissing in your face. Yeah, is that all you got, buddy? Yeah. God damn.
Does he kill it?
Did
didn't
the
kill it.
18 miss?
Oh no, 18
No,
hit.
no, you hit.
hits.
Oh, I thought that was the
Okay.
damage.
No, it's not the damage.
Oh, I thought you had the
23
AC.
damage.
Oh, well, that's a
23.
little bit
Better.
different. Hold on.
Does 23 kill it? 5 more.
No, it does not.
Damn it.
So same thing as I said. It does not look so good.
Okay.
It was really close, you fucker. God damn it. But that does mean that if that's your turn, Cedric, yes? It is Everett's turn,
Yeah, round 3.
and I need you to roll a save.
Okay. What's safe?
It's the same save. Oh,
it
that
con
was
save?
con of... Hold on. 16.
Pass, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
If you pass, yeah, everything just subsides.
Cool.
You're just covered in blood now.
Yeah, that's not unusual.
So you've shaken Call of the Blood.
Cool, and my buddy's up there fucking with some big old stupid thing. Yeah, I'm gonna... How do I get up there?
Jump.
What do you
You
need
can
from
roll,
me?
you
How do
can
I
roll a
get up
really
there?
sick athletics check.
Yeah,
like
like
Cedric
that.
just did. What's your strength?
18.
Yep, so same. What'd you get?
18 plus 4.
22.
22?
Yeah.
Yep. So you can...
Yeet.
Here, let's make this a little bit more cinematic. Here, we're gonna put him on the other side. There you go.
Okay.
Oh,
Let
That's
Watch
me
out for the
fine.
grenade.
That's fine.
let me help you, friend.
You're the chosen one. Now all of you have now all of you have the high ground. Hold on, let me put the
Wait.
hag on the lower ground.
Does he have
and it'll
flanking
jump at
now?
you. Yes.
Cool. That's a fucking...
that matters.
God damn it, why is it not a 19?
I was really hoping you're gonna roll 19 too.
Man, I was...
I saw that
too.
18. I was like, please tell me the other one's a 19.
They've been fucking with me. They don't keep rolling. So 18 plus 7. That's a lot.
That hits.
2d6 plus 5.
It's like a 26, something like that.
Fucking 11 damage. Is it dead?
How you want to do it?
Oh, fucking...
Yeah.
Lizard spider thing.
I'm gonna cut all his fucking legs off and just kind of watch it writhe around. Fuck this thing.
Cedric,
It's
you're in
just
the
a-
midst of killing this creature as Everett just hurls himself up there, bleeding from everywhere, and just begins to cut off appendages one after the other as he he goes clockwise around you, and then as you both stare down the enemy as it looks up toward you, both of you just leech into it, cutting it to pieces as the elemental explodes. And that's where we will end tonight's session.
Oh.
Who all is within
Gotcha,
60
buddy.
feet of that elemental for next session? So horse, cart.
Wall of force. Wall of force. Wall of
Oh,
force.
it's still up. Yes.
Yes.
No, bro.
Yeah,
He
it is
never.
still up.
Then you're right. Yeah, no. Hey, listen, nothing happens. Well,
Go Toby.
Toby's gonna have to make sure everyone gets away.
Yeah,
So in a
something
very
happens.
cinematic style, nothing explodes, and Toby says, "Get out of here!" And everyone begins to kind of like rush away. And then, as we end tonight's session, as you get further enough away, after some moments, how long can he hold that spell?
Well, I think 10 minutes. Hang on.
It's 10
That's
minutes.
perfect because you can get the card away.
Yeah.
Within 10 minutes, you get it far enough away.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
And he lets it go, and it literally blows away part of the rock and everything. And for cinematic fun style, we'll say that there's so much just debris and explosion that it's actually parted some of the water. At this point, you guys can fucking walk across rocks to get to the forest line.
Goddamn land
Nice.
brute.
And that's where we'll end it for tonight.